3.99% and a $2,000 credit.
Stop waiting in line at drive-thrus just to place an order. Use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay instead.
Domino's?
Yes.
And say goodbye to the drive-thru with every tap.
Okay, what should we get?
Ooh, pineapple, mushroom dip.
Pepperoni.
Order carryout on the go using the Domino's app, now on Apple CarPlay.
Enjoy.
When we say we're your home of the Capitals, we mean the home of...
More to Hagelin. Beautiful passing. Score!
The home of... And the home of...
Back for Ovechkin. He scored!
Legends Joe and Craig, calling the action together for over 25 years. Joined by Alexa and Alan with you before and after the game. NBC Sports Washington, your home of the Capitals.
Two teams left playing in professional hockey, and the Hershey Bears are one of them. They take on the upstart Coachella Valley Firebirds in Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals from Giant Center tonight. Welcome to Fox 43's coverage of the Calder Cup Finals in Hershey Bears hockey with Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski. I'm the voice of the Bears, Zach Fish. Game 4 of the finals tonight in Chocolatetown. The Bears trail in the series 2-1 to Coachella. The home team has won every game so far. A massive goal in Game 3 for the Chocolate and White on their home ice. Riley Sutter in overtime to change the complexion of this series.
Yeah, first off, welcome to everybody watching and listening. It's been a phenomenal series so far and really, really entertaining Game 3. A massive overtime goal, as you mentioned, by Riley Sutter. Completely shifted this series. If they go down 3-0 for the Bears, they really, that's just too big of a mountain to climb against a team this talented. So now it's 2-1. A lot of home cooking in the series. But look, momentum in baseball only takes you as far as the next day's starting pitcher. In hockey, it only gets you to the next face-off. And unfortunately for the Bears, it's the same talented roster that they're going to face in Coachella Valley. Really good Firebird squad.
Yes, and hello and welcome to all our fans watching on NHL Network and NBC Sports Washington, as well as all eyes are on the American Hockey League and the Calder Cup Finals. And the Bears were outscored 9-0 in 2 games in Coachella Valley. They didn't score on netminder Joey DeCord in games 1 or 2. Different story in game number 3. 5 goals, beat them on a few straight shots. They got to keep that going offensively.
No doubt about it. And they got some contributions from guys that we haven't seen on the score sheet in a while. Ethan Frank and Joe Snively. And you look at the trend, and it was 9-0 in Coachella, and you thought, okay, the Bears have to change that. They're going to score some goals. What hasn't changed is the Firebirds are still filling up the net. They had them down 4-2, couldn't keep them there. They forced regulation, and the Bears were able to put them away in overtime. But this Coachella Valley offense is potent.
It's been a long time coming for the Bears to get back to the Calder Cup Finals, the most historic team in the AHL. And for more on some history, let's join our own Andrew Callista.
Guys, the Bears try to bookend history here tonight. Game 3's win was the first Calder Cup Finals victory since June 14th of 2010. It was also historic as the first overtime game in the Calder Cup Finals in Giant Center history, and it's also the first overtime final victory since Alexander Giroux won it in Game 5 on the road at Texas in the Calder Cup Finals. Hershey Bears fans hope for more kind history here tonight.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Another key for the Bears tonight will be eliminating some of those self-inflicted wounds. They want to be better in neutral ice, few too many turnovers, short up defensively this evening.
A lot of good things we saw in Game 3, stuff that we've seen all year long. Bears got in front early. They took the lead. We're not able to lock it down, but they were able to get the victory. We'll see if they can even things up tonight in the Calder Cup Finals.
Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals from Hershey, Pennsylvania coming up. Stay with us. Puck drop is next. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram, and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelley Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
And don't forget at Oarsman, we'll buy any car. Oarsman, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Let's ride together.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Want to eat, bet, and cheer like a Caesar in the District of Caesars?
I got a guy. Follow me.
Specifically this guy, Guy Fieri. And this is Guy Fieri's DC Kitchen and Bar. So pull up a seat, people, and get the royal treatment in Flavortown. Feast your eyes on 18,000 square feet of wall-to-wall sports, wagering, and game day eats. 7 days a week. Y'all have what C's have. Eat, bet, and cheer like a Caesar. Guy Fieri's DC Kitchen and Bar.
The first period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is presented by Abel & Son Roofing and Siding. Electric atmosphere at Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania. It's the Hershey Bears, the oldest and most historic team in the American Hockey League, take the ice for Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals tonight. It's the Bears, it's the Coachella Valley Firebirds. 2-1 series lead for the visitor. Hershey looks to even it up in front of a sold-out crowd, looking for a 2-2 split guarantee. They be headed back to California next week. With Fox 43 Sports Director Todd Sadowski, Andrew Callista joining us ice side throughout the contest as well. It's the Bears, it's the Firebirds in Game 4 of the finals. Pleased to be with you on Fox 43, NHL Network, and NBC Sports Washington as you take a look at the teams on the ice. Moments away from puck drop here at Hershey. Hard to believe it, Todd. There's only 2 teams left in professional hockey. It's June 15th, and the Hershey Bears are still playing, chasing their league record 12th Calder Cup.
It's the only game in town, Zach. It's the only game on the continent. And we welcome all of our viewers and listeners. If you want to hear, if you want to watch, there's no excuse. Plenty of ways to do it. And we're glad to have you here in Chocolatetown as the Bears host the Firebirds. Looking to even this series, they need another strong effort like they had in Game 3.
Hunter Shepard, you're going to look at him. We'll get the call in goal as the Bears, led by first-year coach Todd Nelson, who's got a boatload of experience at the championship level. All sorts of it. 6 championships, including 3 Calder Cups. 1 as a player, 1 as an assistant coach, 1 as a head coach. And Bears fans, the most loyal and passionate in the AHL. This team is older than most in the NHL, except the original 6. The AHL's best fans ready to make noise. For now, we'll take a quick break for PA announcer Jared Ronsky for tonight's national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your caps to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad. Please direct your attention to the Zamboni Tunnel as we welcome Amy Lambert to sing our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Amy Lambert with the Star-Spangled Banner. They're ready to roar here at Giant Center. The Bears, the Firebirds in Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. Tonight's officials, as assigned by the American Hockey League. Morgan McPhee, number 43, and you look at Brandon Schrader, number 46, Justin Johnson, number 57, and Dan Kelly, number 98. On the lines. Well, Todd, the goaltending matchup will be the same as we've seen, where the Bears finally got to Joey Decord. That man, Hunter Shepard, was under siege, made some big saves in overtime, earned the win with 33 stops, with the Bears beating Decord 5 times, the most goals he's allowed in the playoffs, tied for that. That was huge for their confidence after being blanked in games 1 and 2. Yeah, to say Hunter Shepard has been active is an understatement. The Firebirds offense has been keeping him busy from the start of this series all the way through Game 3. And if you're new to the Hershey Bears and this year's squad, typically their winning formula, Hunter Shepard keeps them in the game early. They score first, they stay in front, they try and lock a team down. That's how it's worked all year long. For Coachella, they just keep filling up the net with this potent offense. Puck is down, we're underway. Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. Hershey looking to even the series in front of a sold-out crowd on home ice. They look for back-to-back wins after putting up 5 in Game 3 and getting themselves right back in this thing. Aaron Ness looking to break out of his own zone. Ahead to center, it's Frank, tipping it in, open the scoring in Game 3, his first of the playoffs. 30 goals, one of the AHL's top rookies, earned an NHL deal next year with Washington. Turnover at center, picked up by Andrew Ponoralski. His shot deflected up and out of play into the safety net over the head of Shepard. Still in McElrath of the Bears. Look for a quick start here tonight. Zach, you mentioned all the experience for Bears head coach Todd Nelson, and a coach like that doesn't hit the panic button. Ethan Frank hadn't scored in the playoffs after 30 regular season goals. Joe Snively hadn't scored since April 29th, even though he had plenty of assists. You stick with the guys that got you here. He goes with those guys. He keeps Ethan Frank on the power play, and he delivered the first goal the other night. Snively delivered the second. Face off to the right of Shepard. The Bears quickly shift lines. These guys were the heroes in game number 3. Overtime winner for the 4th line, scored by Riley Sutter, just his second of the playoffs. Yes, to the famed Sutter hockey family. Son of Ron Sutter. Big hit by Morelli behind the play on Tennyson. To the Bears over the blue line as Morelli tags up. Sutter on the left wing to the point. First chance for Hershey. Gabriel Carlson shot never made it through and falls to the far side half boards and broken free out to center by Alexander True. Native of Denmark, 7 goals in the Calder Cup playoffs for Dan Filesma's Firebirds. Max McCormick will deflect it in behind the net of Shepard as Hershey looks to break to center. McElrath up the right wing. Garrett Pilon had a goal and an assist in game 3. It's the puck to center. He'll rag it back to his own blue line to Joe Snively, who had the same stat line, picking up his first goal since April 29th. Just his second of the playoffs, but he leads the team in assists with 10. Snively at center, an undrafted free agent, gets it free along the left wing. Connor McMichael saw a shot handled easily by Decord. Goalie loves to handle the puck. You're going to see that a lot tonight. La-di-da going for a skate, gave it away, and the Bears can't make him pay. He is sure confident and sometimes cocky with the puck, daring someone to steal it from him, and the Bears nearly made him pay. Hughes racing in along the left wing. Cameron Hughes, 2 goals in game 3. The net, Shepard the save. The puck comes loose. And the Bears will break to center. Hendrix Lapierre, first rounder out of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League in his rookie season. Yeah, that was borderline arrogance, handling the puck back there for Decord. Almost gives the Bears the early lead. And, you know, as you watch the Firebirds play, try and look for a weakness. Obviously, these are the 2 best teams in the league. There's no glaring holes in that lineup. It's from top to bottom. Very, very good. Lapierre looking the right wing, gets it back and shoots. And Upler Decord will stop it and cover and hang on. Let's check in with the 3rd man on our crew. Welcome in Andrew Callista, who's eyesight.
Shark, a very familiar face in the building tonight. New Capitals head coach Spencer Carberry. You know, he is the Bears' former bench boss, and he has a bird's eye view of the action. Him and some Capitals brass looking towards the future. And hey, Hershey is a great place to start for where he knows the talent very, very well.
On his left, Ole Kolzing, former Capitals goaltender. Off the draw, Aaron Nass winds and fires, deflected wide of Decord. And on the right of Carberry there, you saw Scotty Murray, former Bears goaltending coach, promoted to Washington a few years back. Their coach of goaltenders. A lot of Capitals brass in the house here tonight. Shepard to play it behind the goal. Gave one away. on the near boards. It's picked up by Riker Evans. Interchanging there. They run into the referee, Brandon Schrader. Bears with a puck to center, but a pass too far for LaPierre. This should be icing, and it is. Nearly 3 minutes gone in the first period. Both teams exchanging early chances. And we talk about puck handling goaltenders, Scott. DeCord loves to do it. Shepard, that is not his forte. He's a puck stopper more than a puck handler. Both netminders with giveaways in the first couple moments, but there to bail out the defense.
Yes, we want to see Hunter Shepard just staying in position and not handling the puck too much. For DeCord, he loves it. So when we showed the shot of Coach Carberry, as if there's not enough incentive being on NHL Network and nationwide audience, you got the Capitals boss watching every move that you make, too.
Puck kept in by John Hayden, knocked away from him. Shepard did briefly play for Carberry in his time here. It's 3-0 in the pandemic season 2021, Carberry's last year, before moving on to being an assistant with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Gabriel Carlson with it behind the net, former first-rounder of Columbus. Protas played 58 games in the NHL this year with Washington. Stickaling the center, tied for the team lead in points is Protas with 12 in the playoffs. Puck pops free, back to the right side board. Big hit by McElrath, and Frank's got it in the slot. On the backhand, step by DeCord off his chest protector. Bears to the blue line. Borgs from there, snaps a shot right in the body. Got it back from Podorowski. A break for Hershey. Off the tape of Frank, just a bit shy of him. And the center ice, huge hit by Frank on Kartje. Here's Borgstrom over the blue line. Leaves for Frank. Bears are buzzing. They go back to McElrath. Backhand feed, not a good one. Given away, Podorowski. He'll just dump it down.
Never a good idea to throw passes with you can't see the end result, especially from D to D.
A lot of good stuff prior to that for the Bears. They sky it to center. Mallenstein after it. DeCord will poke it away to the corner. Back Mallenstein and Mason Morelli going to work on the forecheck. Behind the net, stick came up on Morelli. Penalty call coming up on Coachella Valley. And the Bears power play, which struck twice in Game 3, will go to work for the first time tonight. It's the fourth line that draws it once again, always banging bodies and moving their feet. And Hershey to the man advantage. 15:40 left of the first.
Once you start to get into the middle of the series, the Firebirds, the Bears, they start to know who's going to be banging you. They know what line is out there and what to expect once you hit the boards. And when you've got Mallenstein, Morelli, and Riley Sutter out there, it's going to be a physical 30, 40, 50 seconds, however long they're out there on the ice. So you better be ready for it.
Eddie Wickto, the former Bear, will sit for high sticking. The Bears power play 10 for 47 in the playoffs, 21.3%. Sam Annis had a power play goal. Not out there right now, but he and Alexei Protas, both on the second unit, with 2 power play goals, pace the Bears. Firebirds penalty kill at 80.9%. The Bears beat them 2 times on 4 tries. McMichael to Snively. Hershey looking to draw first blood in Game 4. Really, that comes loose. Vecchione. He scores! Mike Vecchione off the Stein and on the scoreboard. The Bears strike on the power play. It's 1-0 Hershey.
Vex didn't want to be left out from all the fun in Game 3. Ethan Frank, Joe Snively, and Mike Vecchione now off the Schneid, like you said, in perfect position. Nice decision to go right to the net. Mason Morelli, who's always making things happen in traffic in front. Vecchione down to the right knee and over the shoulder of Joey DeCord.
1-0 for the chocolate and white. 15:33 to go in the first period. And for Mike Vecchione, his first point since the Hartford series. Didn't have anything against Rochester. Held off the board in games 1 through 3. One of the Bears' leading point getters. He had 55 in the regular season. He's got his 3rd goal of the playoffs in Hershey for the 2nd consecutive game. Has a 1-0 lead.
Zach, that last look at it certainly looked like it deflected off Jimmy Schultz and over DeCord. Either way, Vecchione's right there. The putback is good, and the Bears are in front.
Vecchione from Morelli and Snively, and the Bears in business here at Giant Center. Iorio looking to clear it up the near wing. Snively, far side to Garrett Pilon to center ice. Chugging along after him. Puck loose in front of the benches and comes free to Coachella Valley along the left wing for Jesper Froden. Squirts it loose behind the Bears net. On the far side boards, Hershey after it. We'll try to kick it free. 1-0, the chocolate and white in front. Eddie Wickto in the box, they make him pay. Hershey finding their way on the power play the best time of year. Snively at center. Leaves it there. It's LaPierre. Head of steam. down the right wing. 1-on-4. Good job pulling up, waits for help with a pass off the mark. There's turning back. Shepard's got a race out of his net. Shane right after him. Shepard gets it as far as center, where the Firebirds have to tag up with right deep in the zone. Shane right down to the American Hockey League, the 4th overall pick of the Kraken in 2022. In the postseason, right, picked up a pair of goals. Puck at center ice, the Bears over the blue line. Protas to Ennis in the slot, waits, holds, and shoots. He sailed it high and wide over the glove of DeCourt. Behind the net, the Bears with it again. Ennis left wing. Ness fakes the slapper. His D partner Day's open. Ness encroaching towards the goal. Tries the far corner. To LaPierre. Guns it to the goal. Blocked again. Here's Day with it. Ness hopped the tape of LaPierre. Good work in the offensive zone, but it's not sitting flat for the Bears of the blue line. Wrist shot deflected by Ness out of play, and we will step aside. It's a power play goal. It's Mike Vecchione connecting. The Bears strike first. They lead 1-0. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder.
With available all-wheel drive for unsurpassed performance, the Toyota Camry is ready for anything and anywhere. Equipped with multi-drive modes and the reliability only Toyota is known for. Get a Camry right now with 3.99% APR. Elevate your everyday. Toyota, let's go places.
I don't know why you're so sad. You've got a roof over your head.
Bro, you gotta stop with that depression stuff. That's a white people thing.
Escúchame, en esta casa los hombres no lloran.
You all right?
It just feels like it's coming from everywhere.
Do you want to talk about it?
Thanks for hearing me out, bro. Appreciate it.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad. Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
NBC Sports Washington is your home in the District of Champions.
Mike Vecchione connects. The Bears lead 1-0. Outplay the Firebirds early, looking to even the Calder Cup Finals. Zach Fish alongside Todd Sadowski and Andrew Callista and Albert, our producer. Shots 4-1 Hershey. They are able to draw first blood after not being able to beat Joy DeCourt in games 1 and 2. They've got his number right now. Early in this one is Hershey in their defensive zone. They'll play to center. Ethan Frank digs it free over the blue line along the right side. Pass got blocked. He'll take it right back. Plays it to the net front. Rafferty will take it away and reverses it behind the goal. Vecchione's goal at 4:27 from Morelli and Snively. Center ice, the puck is flipped in, back behind the net. Iorio will track it down. Vincent Iorio, 3 games in the NHL this year for Washington. He's 20 years of age. Going to be a good one. Second rounder out of Brandon to the WHL. Here's Malenstein along the left wing. Chip and chase for Hershey. Sutter on the hunt. Not able to dig it free as Max McCormick looks to clear. At home, you get the last change. Todd Nelson wanting to line match the McCormick line against his 4th line. They do a good job neutralizing that. Cole Lind at center. He'll shoot it in. Shepard. The Bears backstop to play it behind the net. Lucas Johansson up the far wing. All the way down the ice it goes. And the Bears will be docked for an icing with 12:26 to go in period 1. And a defensive zone faceoff coming up.
Coachella Valley never led in game 3, but they did come back and respond after the first goal pretty quickly to tie it at 1-1. And then, of course, down 4-2 in the final minutes down the stretch. They forced regulation as well. So this isn't a team that plays from behind very often. Of course, when you blank a team in games 1 and 2, you never trailed in that one. So they are perfectly capable of coming back. And for the Bears, no amount of goals is too much.
Draw to the right of Shepard. Sutter against Hughes to the face-off circle. Riley Sutter, first puck he shot in the net in the Calder Cup playoffs. His previous goal was an awarded goal. Riley Nash of Charlotte scored on his own empty net in the Bears' second-round playoff series. Center far side corner will collect the puck for Hershey. Going to work offensively again. The cycle game is their bread and butter. The forward check is a huge part of their game plan. On chip back to center. It's Nass with it at his own blue line. Taken to Logan Day, who plays across ring. He has been the last couple years with Lehigh Valley, the affiliate Philadelphia, playing 14 times against the Bears a year. Like what they saw brought him in this season. Earned his place in the playoffs. Here's a regular. But hit by Day, stepping up behind the play. Connor McMichael out to center. That came to neutral. Offside call to the Firebirds with a face-off just near the penalty boxes here at Giant Center. This barn, 2002 it was built, replacing historic Hershey Park Arena, which still stands. That's the barn where Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points way back when, and where the Bears won many of their first Calder Cups before moving in here just after Y2K.
Zach, I ran into some Coachella Valley Firebirds fans upstairs here right before the game, about 75 to 100, a group coming and watching, and they're making sure to tour some of the history here, including the museum, and of course you got to stop by Hershey Park Arena and some of the other spots.
Hershey Park Arena, Hershey Park itself, which is open 7 days a week this time of year. Hockey in June, not a bad thing at all. Puck at center ice, pop back to the Bears blue line. Day to step up. He and Ness have been a pair and really helped each other out on the blue line. Ness can play his offhand, not a problem at all. He's done that for a long time for the Bears in his second tour of duty with Hershey. McElrath, the team captain, ahead to center. Annis lost track of it, deflected away from him, and cleared back behind the net where the Firebirds will settle it and wait for some help with Rafferty trying to outweigh Annis and Protas. Flanked to each side of the net. Annis got a stick on it. LaPierre hurrying over, but out to neutral it goes. The Firebirds give it away again and work back in by Hershey. They've been a tenacious bunch so far, leading 1-0. To center ice, Firebirds got a man behind the defense. It's Turinsky. Hershey trying to defend. Carson Turinsky, far corner. LaPierre does a good job getting back. The center ice been helping out and disrupting Turinsky, who had a goal in game 3. And the point to Olofsson. Deflection wide of Shepard, who's only faced the one shot thus far. So the Bears roll to center, 3 wide over their own blue line. Defenseman Lucas Johansson leads the charge, drives it down the slot. Backhand to the net, tip towards the goal. Comes loose and fired wide by Protas on the back post. Protas again can't find it. Iorio will. Left point. Vincent Iorio away from the pressure. Evades the stick check. Plays it to himself indirectly off the near boards. Protas tries to center to Frank. Broken up at the last moment. Looking to pop the dots, but taken away by Coachella Valley, where Austin Poganski works it in and gets smoked right in front of the Bears bench.
Keep looking for number 5, Johansson, to get involved offensively for Hershey. Did a great job in game 3, helping to spark the O.
Nass looking to break out of his own zone. Will recollect it left dot in his own end. Skates it up the middle of the ice. Over his own blue line, hits the red, and drives it in left wing. As his pass got blocked, plays it beneath the goal line. Reverse pass to Cord. Will cover it at the right post. Vecchione early. The Bears threatening more. They lead 1-0. Game 4. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
District E at Capital One Arena is the new home for all things esports and live entertainment here in the heart of DC. Join us as we host esports events along with pre- and post-game events to enhance the Capitals and Wizards game day experience. Whether it's watching Wizards DG contend for another NBA 2K League championship, hosting a private event, or grabbing drinks and food from District Bites, District E has something for everyone. So come hang out. District E, powered by Ticketmaster.
Anyone who's ever sold a home will tell you it's really hard. And it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. That's why who you work with matters.
Hosting a private event, or grabbing drinks and food from District Bites, District E has something for everyone. So come hang out. District E, powered by Ticketmaster.
Anyone who's ever sold a home will tell you it's really hard. And it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. That's why who you work with matters. Together with HomeLight, we take care of every detail.
With captivating nature and the thrill of wide open
product of Caesars?
I got a guy. Follow me.
Specifically this guy, Guy Fieri. And this is Guy Fieri's DC Kitchen and Bar. So pull up a seat, people, and get the royal treatment in Flavortown. Feast your eyes on 18,000 square feet of wall-to-wall sports, wagering, and game day eats. 7 days a week. Y'all have what C's have. Eat, bet, and cheer like a Caesar. Guy Fieri's DC Kitchen and Bar.
Hi, I'm Katie from Long Roofing. For 4 generations, we've helped families just like yours bring beauty, value, and comfort to their homes. Our professional and customer-focused process will ensure that you protect your home for decades to come. Call now to get no payments and no interest for a full year, plus $1,500 off. Get your free estimate today, and you'll see we do roof replacement the right way, the long way.
Isn't it time you got along?
Designed for adventure with Toyota reliability. The new RAV4 is everything you're looking for, while crafting a new era for user experience. Right now, get 3.99% APR on a new RAV4. Adventure is what you make of it. Toyota, let's go places.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey 1-1 after 1. Our intermission report here in Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. Andrew Calista is downstairs with the Bears goal scorer, Mike Vecchione.
Thanks a lot, Shark. Mike, we'll get right to it. How important was it for you guys to put a charge into it, especially on the power play with an early goal here?
Yeah, I think it's huge. Obviously, we were just sticking to our system, getting pucks in deep, and creating a lot of havoc, and they were taking some penalties. But, you know, when you got a full house like this, you want to get an early one. We were lucky to get one, and you know, if we keep moving our field, we'll draw more calls and be on the power play.
For you personally, how big was it to get on the score sheet after last night? Ethan, Frank, Joe Snively, they've been kind of snake-bitten. You as well. First goal in a long time. How good does it feel for you? Yeah, it's a weight lifted off the shoulders, but the guys have been great, you know, staying positive, you know, just telling me to keep working hard. You know, it hasn't become easy for me, but, you know, my team has been positive the whole time, and, you know, when they're not going for you, just try and concentrate on the little things like blocking shots, being a good teammate, defensive hockey, but it's definitely good to get that weight off my shoulders. 40 minutes to decide this one and even up this series. What are the keys going forward for the Bears? Just keep getting pucks deep. You know, like, they're very skilled offensively, so, you know, it's a lot harder to score in your D zone. So we just got to possess the puck, keep away from their goalie, and keep creating traffic up front. All right, man, I'll let you go. Thanks a lot for taking the time. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. All right, Mike Vecchione had the Bears up 1-0. We go into intermission, tied at 1 apiece. When we come back, Jim Jones and I break down the first period. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43.
This right here is the extra large New York style pizza from Papa John's. And in order to make a big, tasty, extra large New York style pizza like this, you gotta really hand stretch that fresh, never frozen dough made from only 6 simple ingredients. Like this. Woof! Look at that. That's what makes a Papa John's extra large New York style pizza, Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza, but you knew that.
Buying a house is complicated and confusing, especially now. That's why who you work with matters.
Together with HomeLight, we find solutions for every buyer. Our team helps you get the home you love every time.
If you need $750 or $1,500, up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Turn down the outside noise with Sound Shield. This is more than a window. It's peace and quiet. Hear the difference with Thompson Creek's exclusive Sound Shield windows, filtering out 35% more noise than our standard double-pane windows. And call right now to save 40%. Buy one, get one 40% off all Sound Shield windows. Hear the difference with Sound Shield. Call 855-57-CREEK.
You can't manage what you don't measure. Knowing your risk is an easy first step in preventing cardiovascular disease. Talk to your healthcare provider today. Brought to you by Sheehy Auto Stores during our Sheehy Has Heart sales event to benefit the American Heart Association and to make living a heart-healthy life easier.
The symptoms started around 2011, going through different doctors, a lot of misdiagnosis.
I struggle with tremors, double vision, brain fog, and chronic pain.
I picture myself being in this place and everything being out of reach. The MS is getting worse, and I'm still just stuck in this little body.
Primary progressive MS. It's comparable to a house where things aren't working as they should. It's not something you could sleep off. You wake up, it's still there.
When you hear about a cure, it brings that hope back.
It would mean to my kids that they get their mom back.
And people would be saying, hey, remember MS? You know what that is?
If no one would have to ever experience this, it would just change the world.
Get your best summer outfit and rep your favorite DC team at the same time. You gotta check out the new Overtime Shop at Capital One Arena. It's your one-stop shop for everything Wizards, Caps, and Mystics. Open Tuesday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on 7th Street, across from the Portrait Gallery. The selection is always being updated, so stop in throughout the summer for the latest styles and gear.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. Andrew Callista alongside Bears legend and icon Jim Jones. Jonesy, we'll get right to it. Positives, Hershey jumps out to a 1-0 lead early.
Early lead. The Bears had a chance really early. Joey Decord misplays a puck in the trapezoid. Almost a big turnover right there. He did recover, but Mike Vecchione with a big goal on the power play to give the Bears a 1-0 lead.
You got to kind of, if you're a Bears fan, you kind of feel like they left some goals out there on the ice. Early on, it kind of felt like it could have been 3-0 chocolate and white.
Yeah, Bears had a lot of chances early, only converted on the one goal with Vecchione, but they've done a great job so far. Played a physical game, played a smart physical game, have stayed out of the box, and that's a big, important thing with Coachella. They gave us a 5-on-3 at the end. The Bears couldn't convert, but I like what I've seen in the first 20 minutes.
Special teams are going to be huge. Obviously, Hershey did not convert on that extended 5-on-3 and that late power play, but they did convert early. How big is special teams when you're going up against a team like the Firebirds?
Well, they're a team that can convert early. We don't want to have turnovers, and they've done a great job of clogging the neutral zone. One of the things Zach Fish talked about and John Walton, take away time and space. And both teams have done a great job with that so far. Special teams big on the PK and on the power play. Always big in the playoffs, really big in the Calder Cup Finals.
Firebirds able to get the equalizer, kind of deja vu to Game 3 as we go into the first intermission, tied at 1. What can the forwards do to prevent Coachella from having that time and space?
Well, you got to do it, and once again, it starts in the neutral zone. They've got to create an area that that Coachella cannot have zone entry on Hunter Shepard. It gives Shepard a clear lane to stop pucks coming in, and I think they've done a pretty good job so far. They got 40 more minutes of hockey, and they got to keep the crowd in the game too. Bears faithful have been loud and proud all night long. They brought it early, they brought it often, but that's what they got to do. Take away time and space, get pucks in deep. It's an age-old thing, but that's what the Bears have to do to go ahead and get a victory tonight.
Wanted to go back to the discipline after Game 2. Bears took a ton of stick infractions. Today, still being aggressive with their sticks. We saw Hendrix LaPierre being aggressive behind the net, playing a little bit of defense right there, but staying out of the box. How impressed have you been with the Bears in that aspect?
I think Coach Nelson and the coaching staff did a great job talking to them. You got to play smart. You can play physical, but you got to play smart. They've done that so far. Boy, there's been some big hits on the boards, and that sets the tone for Coachella. You're looking over your shoulder each and every time you're going in the corners. Bears have done a great job with that.
You've been in that locker room a ton this year and a ton in your career. What is Coach Todd Nelson saying to the boys?
You know, Nelly doesn't come in all that often. The coaching staff comes in, and I thought about this after Game 3 the other night. A lot of times it's the players, it's the veteran players, it's the Vecchiones, it's the McElrath that are talking to the team. Coach Nelson will come in about the 8-9 minute mark a little bit. He might have a couple things to say, or Patrick Weller, but this is a veteran group of guys that know what to do. They're taking care of things in the room. They're setting the tone to come out with 20 minutes of hockey for the second period.
How important is it just to have Mike Vecchione on the score sheet after Game 3 with Ethan Frank, Joe Snively, Garrett Pilon putting one in the back of the net?
He's a heart and soul guy. The fans love him. I mean, he's created the roar for the fans to go crazy. That's a big goal for him. It opens the floodgates a little bit. The guys love him in the room. He brings energy energy. You know, it's great to see him on the score sheet, but he does the little things too that you might not see in the score sheet to make things happen, and that's a big goal. Once again, it got the crowd pumped up.
He definitely is an atom filled with energy, and Hershey Bears fans, they want to see a little more roar here in the next 40 minutes. When we come back, Todd Sadowski and Zach Fish go through the first period highlights. You're watching Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43.
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to keep you moving. With a full range of services from oil changes and tire rotations to filters, wipers, and more, we've got what your car needs right when you need it, so you're ready for whatever's next. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy. At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make car care make sense. With personalized service reviews that swap the car talk for straight talk, so you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy.
5 Hour Energy. Think of it as 5-second coffee for when you wake up too late to make it, or you don't have time to wait in line for it, or you're just too busy for a coffee break. 5 Hour Energy, the 5-second coffee.
What should we do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need.
Get your best summer outfit and rep your favorite DC team at the same time. You gotta check out the new Overtime Shop at Capital One Arena. It's your one-stop shop for everything Wizards, Caps, and Mystics. Open Tuesday to Friday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on 7th Street, across from the Portrait Gallery. The selection is always being updated, so stop in throughout the summer for the latest styles and gear.
Lather up the sunscreen and throw on the shades because super hot summer savings are here at Oarsman Chevrolet of Bowie. During the summer sales event, get a hot deal on a new Chevy from Oarsman Chevrolet of Bowie. With financing as low as 3.9%, and we'll buy your car even if you don't buy from us, offering up to 130% of Kelley Blue Book value. Don't miss the hot deals all summer long.
Remember, you always get your way at Oarsman Chevrolet of Bowie.
Even after 40 years serving our area, people still ask, what is a 5-star technician? Well, it's simple. They're the best.
When you're talking heating and air conditioning, they're professionally trained and the most knowledgeable in the business. For your plumbing or electrical needs, they can do it all.
For pest control and home performance, trust me, you want a 5-star technician at your home. For more than 40 years, Crop Metcalf, home of the 5-star technician.
Crop Metcalf is the one with 5 stars.
1-7-566-9292. 566-9292.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey in the 2023 Calder Cup Finals. Producer Ed Albert behind us. That's my man Todd Sadowski. I'm Zach Fish, the voice of the Bears, with you here. Welcome to our fans watching on NHL Network across the globe, as well as those tuned in on NBC Sports Washington. Affiliate of the Hershey Bears, the Washington Capitals. Their fans eagerly watching their prospects as the Bears go for their 12th Calder Cup. Through 20 minutes here in game number 4. A lot to like for the Hershey Bears. Even though it's just a 1-1 game, they will start shorthanded. Look at the highlights momentarily, and a lot of 5-on-5 time in game number 3. Not so much here in game number 4, but when the Bears were 5-on-5, their forecheck looked real good.
They're working very hard in the corners. They came out, did exactly what they wanted to do, except put more pucks in the net. And, you know, I like what you guys do on social media. Send it out. Hey, where are you watching from? Where are you listening from? We could probably do that tonight with so many listeners and viewers from all around North America. And what you got to see if you were tuned in, here's the first period highlights for you, is the Hershey Bears motivated to come out and even this series 2-2 for Coachella Valley. They took a 2-0 lead against Milwaukee. Admirals came back, tied the thing up. So this isn't a pattern that the Firebirds are unfamiliar with. And there you see, we talked about the work in the corners. Mason Morelli then goes to the net. Mike Vecchione, who has been in a scoring drought. Watch the puck at the very end. We think it goes off shoulder, right here on the left side. Yep, right off his shoulder and into the net. But when you're scrumming in front, Zach, that's what you do. Keep banging away and get that goal.
Vecchione's goal at 4:27. Helpers from Morelli and Snively. Hershey with some more opportunities, just could not quite finish on netminder Joey DeCord, and a gorgeous pass by Shane Wright here, a name that Kraken fans hope to hear many times in the future. Had a goal in the NHL this year. He's all over the place this year. World Juniors too. And Hunter Shepard didn't have to be tested much. Just 4 shots. That was his best work. As Decord busy on the other end. The Bears with a 5-on-3. They had some chances and just couldn't finish. Hopefully it doesn't come back to bite them as they will start the period shorthanded as we look at our first period stats. The goal scorers in the first. And some historical information of the Bears' last win in Game 3. So we'll see what the power play brings for the Firebirds in the second period of play. That's just around the corner. And if I'm the Bears, I want to copy and paste what I did 5-on-5 and stay out of the box.
Yeah, Coach Nelson did not like all of the mistakes that led to Firebirds goals in game number 3. So far, it's been pretty clean. 1-1, about what we expected. Let's see what happens in period number 2.
Period number 2 around the corner. The 2023 Calder Cup Finals, game number 4 in Chocolatetown. Stay with us. The second period is next. Hershey Bears hockey all across the globe, being produced by our friends here at Fox 43.
With the 8th pick, the Washington Wizards select
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
And I remember kind of thinking like, oh my gosh, I think we could be sisters, you know, because I think we look, you know. And I don't think at that time, I think you're the one to tell me that we had the same birthday. It's really unbelievable when you think about it, because it's been like really over 20 years that you were my mother and father's banker. You became my banker. And now Fran is in her 3rd year of college and you're her banker. And so unbelievable because I'm just 20 years old.
If you need $750 or $1,500 up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Turn down the outside noise with Sound Shield. This is more than a window. It's peace and quiet. Hear the difference with Thompson Creek's exclusive Sound Shield windows, filtering out 35% more noise than our standard double-pane windows. And call right now to save 40%. Buy one, get one 40% off all Sound Shield windows. Hear the difference with Sound Shield. Call 855-57-CREEK.
An easy way to improve your mental well-being and overall heart health is to walk 30 minutes a day. Brought to you by Sheehy Auto Stores during our Sheehy Has Heart sales event to benefit the American Heart Association and to make living a heart-healthy life easier.
The second period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is presented by Members First Federal Credit Union. One our score heading into the second period. Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals here in Hershey. Zach Fish alongside Todd Sadowski. Andrew Callista downstairs. Hear from him in a little bit. Great to have him and Jim Jones joining us for intermission analysis. Power play for the Firebirds at the 20-minute mark. Riley Sutter, one of the Bears' best penalty killers since for cross-checking. Bears went for one last rush, and unfortunately Sutter got docked for the minor. First power play of the game for the Firebirds. Coachella Valley in the postseason, 18 for 86, 20.9% on the man advantage. Had 2 power play goals in game number 3. Poke Mulligan to Mayo penalty kill for Hershey to get things started here in the second period. Back underway. And brought to center ice by Andrew Podorowski. Won the last 2 Calder Cups, one with Charlotte Checkers, one with the Chicago Wolves. Trying to do it again with his expansion team. Firebirds trying the left wing. Riker Evans with the puck to the blue line for Lynn. The forward playing the point off the right side half boards. Fresh ice for the Firebirds to operate with. To the left of Shepard. It's Lynn to the goal line in a 1-1 game. Cole in with the puck top side to Evans. Backs off the pressure. The Lynn goal line feed. McCormick fans on the centering pass. McElrath slid. Bears take the puck in the corner and look to clear it. Ballenstein jockeying for position, able to pop it loose. Possession, Coachella Valley looking to grab the lead for the first time tonight. It's Lynn to the net front, knocked down by the Bears and whipped all the way down the ice. So far, so good. A minute into the penalty kill.
Definitely hurts that Sutter is the one in the box. You mentioned he's one of their best guys on the PK. The Firebirds very patient, not going to rush themselves. A lot of speed, a lot of skill. See how they bring it in to set it up.
Second unit out for head coach Dan Bilesma. It's Logan Rafferty at the point. Schultz with some room. He'll shoot. A blocker save by Shepard. Knocked it away, denying Jimmy Schultz on the shot. Fellow Minnesotan able to punch it out. To the blue line, Rafferty with it. 30 on the power play. On the near side boards, Hughes goal line true to the net. Rolls on goal. Shepard got a piece of it. Knocked it aside to the corner as that wasn't necessarily a clean play. Schultz to the bottom of the right circle. Has it again. Jimmy Schultz towards the net. His shot blocked by Lucas Johansson. And shorthanded Garrett Pilon will clear it with just 10 left on the minor penalty. Johansson still feeling that one. He comes off Gimpin. Grimacing in pain. The closing seconds of the power play. Froden with it. Left board to the blue line. Olesen shot. A blocker saved by Shepard. And the Bears have killed it off. 2 stops from Shepard on the man disadvantage. Olesen the goal. Right pad saves Shepard. The rebound springboards out. Another try. Another left pad saved by Shepard. Getting some work early. The Firebirds already with 4 shots on goal. This period as many as they had in the first. Shepard very active there, but not a lot of obstruction in front of him. Had clean lanes to be able to watch the puck come from the release of the stick all the way through. Frank and Vecchione work on the right wing side. Hershey right to left in period 2. Frank will center. DeCord got a stick on it to catapult the puck back to center. With 17:20 left in the second, Hershey regroups. Fires it in behind the net of DeCord. Astute puck handling goaltender started in the Senators organization out of Arizona State. While at Airborne's, the Bears look to dig the puck free. They try to do just that with Vecchione winding up on top of the pile and feeding it to the front. Borgstrom right side. Day looks towards the net across Vecchione. He scores! What a feed! And Mike Vecchione's got 2. The Bears back in front. It's 2-1 Chocolate Town. What a feed across the ice, as you mentioned, Zach, from Logan Day. Vecchione gets rid of it, but then he just slips himself right into perfect position. Right in front. I mean, there was nothing DeCord could do to get back there. The Bears answer right away. They kill off the penalty, and there, great follow through from Vecchione. He watched that one all the way into the stick of the tape, and then watched it into the twine. 2 goals for Mike Vecchione tonight. He had 2. All of the Calder Cup playoffs coming into this evening's contest. It was Frank. It was Snively. It was Pilon. All picking up big goals. Want to finish as Logan Day, who had 2 assists in Game 3 with a feed there. Now with the Bears 1 right off the bat. Podorowski walking in, looking for an immediate answer. Firebirds give it up, and Snively will take it to center. Joe with it. Played for the Capitals, former Little Capital out of Herndon, Virginia. And a mainstay from Hershey out of Yale, but we're going to get a penalty call here. I believe it's an offensive zone penalty on the Bears. And Morgan McPhee is going to make the call back from center as Snively grappling for the puck, knocked a man down. And Hershey wanted to take the momentum and build it. So look at Snively perplexed by the call. And before we get to the power play, Andrew Callista downstairs. Let's check in with him. We talk about guys getting off the schneid. It's Mike Vecchione tonight. There's been a few others here in this series.
Fish, you said it, and Mike kind of alluded to in the intermission, but Game 3 wasn't only big for this series, getting it to 2-1 and hopefully 2-2 tonight for the Bears, but definitely big for the psyche of the Hershey Bears goal scorers. Sam Annis back on the score sheet, Garrett Pilon on the score sheet, and of course you have Ethan Frank. He's been snake bitten, and Mike Vecchione with 2 goals here tonight. If you got to get guys going, it is looking very good for the Chocolate and White.
Now they go to work on the penalty kill. Snively off for the hold. Call made by the referee McPhee. An offensive zone minor at 3:24. 2-1 Bears. It's Lind over the blue line. Second consecutive power play for Coachella Valley. He'll operate along the near wing. And off by Gabriel Carlson. Took down a man and cleared around the boards. McCormick hard to the boards. He leads the club with 4 power play goals in the playoffs. Vecchione's goal, in addition to the assist from Day, which was gorgeous. Henrik Borgstrom with the secondary helper. Podorowski to center. Scoots down the right wing. Leads for Lynn. Cross the blue line. McCormick top side will play it around behind the net. Max McCormick with the puck. Had a career year this year. To the far wing side. And a bumper spot, Ty Karche, the talented rookie who can really gun it. They'll go to the blue line instead. Evans far side. Hershey's penalty kill, keeping everything out of the middle of the ice. And good job clogging the lanes. Evans defended by McMichael. They'll go to Lynn. Stick handles to the middle. 2 Bears are there. Nothing given. Evans along the near wing. 2-1 Bears. Far side, the Firebirds collected 40 on the power play. Sponsor pass back to Evans. Casual with it. McMichael tries to clear it. Second attempt. Down the ice it goes. Well done by the Bouquet Mulligan to Mail penalty kill. Visit them in Cleone and Elizabethtown at bmdi.com.
The Bears will watch them pass it around the perimeter all day long. Coachella Valley content to just try and slowly pass it around, and nothing in front. No obstruction, no shots.
Steal by Sutter. Short-handed break down the right wing. Schultz trying to get back. Sutter's in and shoots. A glove saved by DeCord, who wants to move it. And True to take it to center. Rafferty run and guns it over the blue line. To Froden along the wing, to the middle of the ice. Mallenstein gloves and drops it. Shot on goal. Shepard the save. One chance for the Firebirds right at the end. Bears back to full strength. Coachella Valley in front. Good break up. Mallenstein plays it to himself and clears it to center as Snively returns to the ice.
As we take a look at what happens, I think both teams are going to be afraid to touch each other and be real physical. We noticed less physical play before the Bears' goal, even strength, and right after that they took a soft one. So we'll see how both these teams respond to the calls.
Puck to the left point. The Firebirds with it. Olafson wide of the net. Torinsky unable to handle. Time for Gabriel Carlson. Good short pass to Alexei Protas to center ice. On the left wing, Protas' shot glances over the glove of DeCord and rims back to center, where the Bears will start anew in their own zone. Sam Annis with it, plays it ahead. Handed off the hit, lop here over the blue line. Right wing Day winds and fires, deflected high and wide. Protas waiting on the near boards, but the puck up and out of play. Mike Vecchione's got a pair. The Bears up 2-1. Step aside from Giant Center and Hershey. The chocolate and white in front. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Organic 0.9% APR plus over 1,200 trade assistance and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra 5.3-liter V8 light-duty models.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
Now this is the best idea ever. The all-new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla from Papa John's. We put the bold flavors of Doritos Cool Ranch all over our signature flatbread-style sandwich and created the zestiest flavor mashup ever. Oh, and some Doritos Cool Ranch dipping sauce? We thought of that too. Get the new Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla before it's gone. Only at Papa John's.
Wizards coverage starts here. Chris and Drew take you inside the game, while the crew and I give you exclusive access to the team. NBC Sports Washington is your home of the Wizards.
A town known for chocolate. Some hockey, too. Since 1938, the Hershey Bears have called Chocolate Town, USA home. Well, Ness Hershey started not only the chocolate company, but this team. They've been a mainstay in Hershey ever since. In the American Hockey League, their finest and most accomplished franchise. Leading 2-1 here in Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. No icing. Firebirds will retrieve it behind their own net. Zach Fish alongside Todd Sadowski with you. Great to have you along with us. And Albert, our producer, Three cheers to the men and women and our Great Save Productions crew. Everyone with Fox 43 making this possible tonight. All across the country on NHL Network and in D.C. on NBC Sports Washington. Guy they're excited about in D.C., Hendrix Lapierre. To Alexei Protas, right wing. He centers his pass intended for the defenseman Iorio knockdown. He battles with Eddie Whitko. Called Hershey home for Pirates of 3 seasons. DeCord behind the net. The goaltender ahead. It's Whitko to center. Played a lot of forward for the Bears. He'll take it along the left wing. Physical player. It's in deep, but it's Dane to Vecchione. Cleared the line. McCormick fresh on the ice. Had to make sure not to play it while his team was changing. Works it in behind the net of Shepard. Back behind the goal. Losing his stick for the Bears is Dane to the right wing. A one-timer Whitko. Vecchione got his stick in the way to fan on it. Knocking it away from his good buddy. Whitko on the near wall. Near boards. The puck deflected up and out of play. And a face-off coming up in the offensive zone for the Firebirds. And even though Whitko may have played here, nobody's friends right now. Had a funny moment with Eddie. Saw him in Coachella Valley before the series started. Gave me a head nod. I said, hey, Eddie, cross the way. Then he started to come over to say hello. Stopped awkwardly. He's about the nicest guy in the world. Doesn't play like it on the ice. But said, actually, I'm not going to say hi. And just turned around and left. I get it. It's the playoffs. I don't really want to associate with anybody in white either. It's a Bears broadcast after all, but
he'll say hi when it's all said and done.
And hopefully it means the Bears raising a cup. Work to be done. Down in the series, 2-1. Borgstrom with the last circle. The puck taken away the blue line. Olafson shot high and wide from Hunter Shepard. Firebirds, the newest team in the AHL. The Bears, the oldest team. That happened in 2010. Hershey won the Calder Cup against Texas. They were an expansion franchise that year. Backhander in front of Shepard. Scoots wide of the goal. The Bears caught a little flat-footed here in their own zone, leading 2-1. We're going to have another penalty call. Hershey with the puck. And it looks like the parade to the penalty box will continue. It's a hooking minor. Bears had possession, but who's this call going on with 11:49 to go in the second? Once again, a Bear is shrugging his shoulders, saying, is it me? Henrik Borgstrom can't believe it, but
looking for an explanation. And you mentioned the stick infraction, Zach, and you know the body play is going to be let on. And obviously, they had some physical play in front of Hunter Shepard as you try to keep Coachella Valley from getting to the goalie in front. But it's the stick infractions you got to keep an eye out for and have to make the adjustment for. Now they're back on the PK.
Another Bouquet Mulligan penalty kill. Here's the call. Did we miss something before that? Because that's not a penalty in any hockey league. Allenstein, great clear, short-handed to center. If that was the call, that's pretty darn bad right there. There's no defending that, but see if we have to roll back the tape, see if we missed anything prior, but certainly Borgstrom has every right to be confused. Over the blue line, the Bears standing up at the point. Schultz with it, two men knocked down. Far side, one-timer deflected in front of Shepard to the near wing. What a shot block! Oh my goodness, Lucas Johansson might have saved a goal. Looking like a goaltender there, down to the ice for the backdoor feed. Schultz to the point. Third power play for Coachella Valley, all in this period here. As things have evened up, 3 power plays aside. 2-1 Hershey on the Vecchione goal is second of the game. 11 minutes left in the second here in game 4. Casper Froden with it, far side boards. It's the puck to the point. It's Rafferty at the blue line. And a big goal against Milwaukee in game 5 helped the Firebirds win the series. They center on the backhand. Shepard got a right toe on it and knocked it aside to the corner where True muscles it to the blue line. Rafferty will keep it in. Previously in the Canucks organization. Froden left wing towards the goal. True in front, shoots another shot block. Mallenstein broke his stick. Comes to Schultz. Far side one-timer sailed wide of the goal. Mallenstein flopping like a fish out of water all over, sacrificing his body. His stick split in half like a twig in the corner. Schultz with it for the blue line. Rafferty. Mallenstein spun around like a top. Rafferty will shoot and Shepard will seal it. No rebound from the Bears goaltender. Critical stop to keep it 2-1 Hershey.
Important stop by Shepard not to give up a rebound as you watch Lucas Johansson go off gingerly as well. No stick for Mallenstein. Lucas Johansson has taken a couple of them on the right side. He was favoring it for most of that time in the possession after that block. You do not get this far without sacrificing your body, everything, to get your team this deep into the Calder Cup playoffs.
Guts and determination from this Bears team. That has never been questioned since day one. And Shepard big to not give up a rebound. Get a whistle. You got a guy grimacing in pain and a guy with a broken stick. Could have been a recipe for disaster. It stays 2-1 Hershey. Podorowski, though, curl and drag. He's elusive. A great blocker saved by Shepard, who stayed with him. Falling down is McMichael, the Firebirds center. Diving play by McElrath and cleared by the Bears. All the way back to Decor. The penalty kill has been perfect. Give credit to the guys on the ice, and assistant coach Patrick Weller always quick to make corrections and changes. Uh-oh, a sprint pass. Lynn on a breakaway. No, offside was called. Couldn't even hear the whistle, and McElrath not happy that Lynn put the puck to the net, but I think he would have had a hard time hearing the whistle in that situation. With 9:47 left in the second. Hershey's penalty kill superb. They lead 2-1. We'll be back from Giant Center momentarily. You're tuned in to Game 4 of the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
My grandfather was a Ukrainian immigrant. He lived in this D.C. row house and owned a tailor shop. My father managed a toy store down the street after he returned from World War II. They both loved the Washington region and taught me to serve our community. That's why my law firm, Greenberg & Betterman, has helped thousands of people in the District, Maryland, and Virginia for over 35 years. We're here to help you, our neighbors and friends, as we have done with care for so long. Greenberg & Betterman, contact us. Feel better.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. And in our family, we're used to getting involved, and I encourage you to do the same, especially when it comes to caring for your loved ones. When I think about Alzheimer's and the impact it had on my family, I recognize that losing a race isn't such a bad day after all. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
NBC Sports Washington is your home in the District of Champions.
Coachella Valley leads the series 2-1 here in the Calder Cup Finals, but the Bears lead the game 2-1. Game 4. Hershey looking to even the series up. Off the draw, Snively spins and shoots, deflected in front of DeCord and wide of the corner. Roy DeCord played 5 games for the Kraken this year, facing McMichael's shot, a save, and he grabs the rebound and hangs on. Action right in front of our own Andrew Callista. DeCord making some stops. Let's send it down ice side.
Shark, as the Stanley Cup Finals have wrapped, and we congratulate Las Vegas, let's remember that Gordie Howe once said, anyone who is anyone has played hockey in Hershey, and that includes one of the Knights. Chandler Stevenson spent time in Chocolatetown, and he gets to raise the cup with Vegas. Good run for him. His career started here before being called up to the Capitals and making his way out west.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Off the draw, DeCord will kick another one out as it's played back behind the goal. But Connor McMichael trying to chase after him. The center ice, Pentland along the right wing. Hayden looking to shoot it in. On the near boards, the Bears will chip it around behind the net. Held in by Rafferty at the right point. 50 move, trying to get around McMichael. Closed upon by Snively. The left wing, Evans shot deflected wide to Shepard. And clear to the blue line again. Good hold by Evans. To Rafferty, knocked down in front. The cross check there was the Bears' Ness. Back on his skates. Trying to keep Turinsky flushed out to the goal. Shot to the goal again, blocked. Comes free to Hayden, gunned it wide. The puck rolling on edge. The Firebirds using those power plays to their advantage. They've got the better of the play in this period. Bears will break up to center. Looking to add to their 2-1 lead. McMichael flies it in for the dump and chase. Pilon will pull back into a defensive posture, allowing Evans to break to center for Coachella Valley.
It's good to see some even strength play. A lot of the players that aren't on special teams have not been getting a lot of ice time, much like game 2. We're going to get some flow back to this game with some 5-on-5 play.
Brodus upended, gets it back. One-hand poke to the net.
Comes free behind the goal to the near corner boards. Protas behind the cage to LaPierre. Third line out for the Bears. Far side, Sam Anderson, his second consecutive finals, looked to thread the needle. That puck into the safety net, deflected up and out of play into the crown for a whistle and a face-off. With 8:10 left in the second period. Mike Vecchioni's goal in the second has Hershey ahead. First period was so good in the regular season. They scored in 2 consecutive first periods, Todd, which is great to see. They had been on a long layoff there. Here in the second, good to see them once again an early goal in the second for the second consecutive game.
Yes, we made reference to the winning formula, right? We'd like to talk about that part of it, what we've seen all year long from this group, and that is to score early in the first period, stay in front, and then keep chipping away and keep working from in front.
And the draw win by Hershey in front of Decor, and he'll fall on top of it and cover. It's one part of the Bears game that at times Riley Sutter has easily been their best center iceman in the circle. Faceoffs are not a publicly tracked stat in the American Hockey League. In the NHL, you have every statistic at your fingertips. The AHL, not so, but Sutter is the guy they put out there for critical defensive zone faceoffs, and more often than not, he wins them in the offensive zone. Eddie Whitko wrapping up Mason Morelli, but Morelli able to fight through it. And the puck loose behind the net to Schultz. Out of St. Cloud State University, one of the nation's premier D1 hockey programs. Gabriel Carlson with it. Up the middle, and Hershey rushes in along the left wing. Iorio trying to knock it away from Schultz. Coachella Valley regains control, and Schultz at center. Striding down the right wing side. Pushed into the boards. Bears are able to get it to the far wing. And Hallenstein can't come up with it. 7:30 left of the period. Shot deflected wide. It's 2-1 Hershey. Swatted out by Morelli. Cleared to the line, not out. Kept in by the other number 11, True. A nice shot in. Knocked down towards the goal, but never a shot for big Alex True. He's from a 335 American League games. Potent score at this level. Using his size, and he's deceptively good stick handler, too. Looks out. Bears thought it was offside. So did the crowd. Everyone in strikes. Says play on. Linesman didn't catch it. Bears will clear it all the way down. This puck rolling on its edge. And it will make it for icing. Hershey can't change now. They thought there should have been a whistle. Instead, they're trapped on the ice here. With 6:51 to go in the second period.
Bears back on their heels for sure in this period. Not just when they're down a man, but right now in even strength play. Firebirds, so many dangerous weapons on offense. So many snipers that can just one shot tie this thing up. They only have 12 shots on goal, but they don't need a lot to put up big numbers on the scoreboard.
So a draw on the left of Shepard. Bears took their time at the bench to make the change. Trying to get a little extra breather. Line changes in the second period. Podorowski off the draw to Hughes. Good stick, deflects it up and out of play. Now the Bears will be able to complete the line change. 6:48 left in the second period.
Only 3 shots for the Bears here in the second period. Not really had a lot of time to get anything going, but they did get the goal. That's what matters the most. Mike Vecchioni, 2 goals. One hand on your hats if you're a Hershey Bears fan when Mike Vecchioni's out there on the ice.
I'm going to go back to the 2015 playoffs for the last time the Bears had a playoff hat trick. Casey Wellman. LaPierre over the blue line as Protas to the net, can't get it to him. Cross to Ennis, skates in, Dietz. Got hooked, no call, they throw in front of Protas. He blasted it wide. Alexei Protas, another glorious opportunity. Ennis had the cord down and out. LaPierre left wing of the goal, tip Protas, the save by Decor, the rebound back. Bears all over him here, trying to take a 3-1 lead. Pass today, makes the slapper. Feeds Protas far wing. Blue line day winds and fires, deflected off the side of the net. Hayden behind the goal. Settled down by Coachella Valley and skating up the middle. On the far wing now is Evans. Good rushes, good plays by the Hershey Bears, and they find themselves 2-1 leaders, but not able to extend it more. And
consistent pressure on that one to get the cord. Wake him up back there.
Far feed to Frank, tipped into the blue line. That's behind the goal of the near boards. Ethan Frank out of Western Michigan, signed as an unrestricted free agent. He's got in the slot, right wing, shoots, it scores! A rocket from Ethan Frank. That's goals in 2 straight. 5:36 left in the second. It's 3-1 Bears.
It's amazing how you get one and the net all of a sudden opens up. As a goal scorer, when you're in a drought, all you see is goalie. When you break the seal, all you see is net. Ethan Frank, dangerous with the wrister, finds some open net and gives the Bears a 2-goal advantage.
That is an NHL caliber shot right now. Ethan Frank scored 30 in the regular season. He was on an AHL contract. The Washington Capitals said, sign him up. Up and over the glove of DeCourt, his second of the playoffs. He didn't have a goal in the first 11 games. The dam has broken for Ethan Frank and the Bears, up by 2. Much like they were yesterday, so now they're going to be tested. How they can fortify and hold the lead. Elon at center. He'll dump it in. Frank hits the goal. Mike Vecchione with the helper, a 3-point night for him. The back of the Firebirds. Boganski stripped to the puck. Intelligent play by the youngster Iorio. Laying above his age, he at the blue line. Tennyson will shoot it in. The Firebirds to the blue line. Olesen shot a standing save. Shepard, the rebound punched at by the Bears netminder. He knocked it aside to the corner. No stick there for McMichael. Gets away with knocking down Poganski. He'll retrieve his stick in the near dot. Far wing. Firebirds trying to get one back. Right shoulder save. Shepard poked away by Iorio. The Bears collect it and break to center. Iorio will clear. Second attempt to Snively over the blue line. Now they'll try offense. Long into DeCourt. He'll glove it. And the Bears will see the whistle with a 3-1 lead. Ethan Frank, another twisted wrister over DeCourt. Sends us to a breather. 4:30 left in the second. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
The NBA 2K League is here, and you can catch the best NBA 2K players in the world live and in person at District E. Watch as the top 16 teams in the NBA 2K League face off in the tip-off tournament, the first of 3 5-on-5 tournaments in the NBA 2K League's Banner Chain Series, where the winners will walk away with $250,000 in prize money. Catch the esports action in person at District E, June 14th through the 17th.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Now get a low $299 per month lease on Rogue.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
See it, love it, have it. At Marlowe Furniture, we have you covered. From the living room to the dining room to the bedrooms and more. Refresh, renew, make it you. With beautiful furniture that's so comfortable, you don't have to compromise. Look around. At Marlowe, you'll find a great selection of stylish, trend-setting looks to choose from in stock. No waiting. So go for it. Bring your style to life. Today at Marlowe Furniture, with the area's largest showrooms under one roof. Family owned since 1955.
The best Capitals coverage starts here, only on NBC Sports Washington, your home of the Washington Capitals. Let's go, Caps!
Ethan Frank led the NCAA in scoring at Western Michigan last season. Now he comes in here to Giant Center and the Hershey Bears and finds himself a 30-goal scorer in his rookie season. He's got 2 in back-to-back games. Now an issue with a piece of glass here. And Ali Barubi, the sports reporter here, ABC 27, mentioned every time the glass pops out here, the Bears win. We've seen it in the playoffs. It's been a couple times. There's an issue against the bench area.
Well, it's the playoffs. You'd expect the glass to be rattled more and more and more. And that's what's happening here in Giant Center as you get some physical play ratcheted up once you get to the postseason.
Andrew Callista downstairs, not sure you're near the ice crew. They're working on it, walking by you now. What's going on down there?
Shark, a lot of fist pumps going down here in the referee tunnel because the guy's getting done a lot of hard work, the Violent Gentleman Ice Cube. And just touching on that Ethan Frank goal, Fish, I looked right into his eyes when the puck came onto his tape, and you could tell he picked his spot, and that was going to be a snipe and light the lamp.
Well, Frank has done that his entire time with the Bears. His first goal was in Wilkes-Barre Scranton last year after he was brought in from Western Michigan. And it was a one-timer from that Alex Ovechkin spot in the left circle. He scored a lot of those for Coach Pat Firstweiler at Western Michigan. Well, the Bears have seen him more with the wrist shot here in his time at Hershey.
Love the work from Mike Vecchione, too, to kind of lay out, get the stick, and just get it over to Ethan Frank, where he could be in some open space right where he wants to be and pick his spot.
Jumped into Decore, the goaltender behind the net to Rafferty up the near wing side. Lind will take it to center. Cole Lind with it along the left wing. Will work it in and flip towards the goal as Shepard. Line of the cage as the Bears take a look to work to center. It's Vecchione with the primary assist as the fourth line hops over the boards now. Mallenstein trying to track it down behind the net. Mallenstein lost his helmet. He made a play on the puck. That's fine. Now he has to head off. On the right wing, Annis' wrist shot knocked down at the reach of Gabriel Carlson. And Protas tries to shoot, and that will careen up and out of play. And a jumping catch made by a fan. Wow. Gentleman there in the middle with a leaping catch. That was one of the most athletic plays we've seen tonight from the gentleman in the crowd. Wow.
Love it. Sign him up. Look, if you're the Bears, you got 3 on the board. For the majority of this year, that's more than enough. As you see the guys celebrating, kind of post-catch. Well done. Got a souvenir from the Calder Cup playoffs. And you can see Hershey's not going to be content with 3. They found out the other night 3's not enough against Coachella Valley.
Draw to the right of Decord. Bears can't take this face off, and it's taken back out to center and guided in wide as Shepard. Nearly knocked the net off the pegs, pushing off the post. Pentman in on the forecheck, centered in front. Shepard diving, poke check, knocks it away. Pentman spinning chance, launched over the goal as the Firebirds trying to get one late in the second, trailing the Bears 3-1.
Good recognition from Hunter Shepard to see that puck come out from behind the net and immediately responded to poke it away.
Rolled free along the right side. LaPierre will tap it in. Cut back off and taken away on the Firebirds to center. Good stick by Annis, knocks it down. It's Lucas Johansson up the middle, missing Vecchione, going for the hat trick here for the Bears. Well, it's Tennyson in his own zone to settle it for the Firebirds. Broden was open, pass too far for him, will roll into Shepard, and he will hang on. Coming up in our second intermission report, I'm going to chat with Washington Capitals head coach, former Bears head coach Spencer Carberry. Plus, Andrew and Jim Jones will break down the second period. Todd and I will have your second period highlights. That's all in the second intermission report.
Take a look at the replay. Watch that puck leak out in front. Hunter Shepard identifies it immediately, pokes it away. The Firebirds keep at him. He stays low to cover up the low shots.
Schultz off the draw, way into the goal. Shepard tipped on net, sticks to him, makes the save, and no rebound. Shepard's dialed in right now. That's great to see for the Bears, holding a 2-goal lead. And animated conversation between 2 rookies, Iorio and Cartier. Not quite exchanging pleasantries there.
We'll have a long career of playing against each other, for sure. Good players there. You mentioned Hunter Shepard. Knows how to hold a lead for the Hershey Bears. Good positioning. The only goal that was let up, he slid a little too far, gave up some of the far post. As you mentioned, he's dialed in, and for Coachella Valley, you better get some traffic in front of Hunter Shepard when he is dialed in.
Bears down in the series 2-1, but up in the game 3-1. Ethan Frank, the latest goal scorer. Hershey with a pair of goals in the second period, up their game. Gabriel Carlson clears, and that's amid 3 penalty kills as well for the Chocolate and White here in this period. Frank at center, looking for another. Cuts around to the right, hooked up a bit. Frank to the net, rolls loose. He gets dumped, and Decord will cover. As Ethan Frank, confidence is sky high right now. I saw his dad in attendance. They put him on the video board. Here to cheer him on from the Midwest. Kid from Nebraska. Looking pretty good tonight.
And this is what we love to see from him. Look how strong he is on his skates. A lot of times he's drawing penalties when he's doing that. And get your hats ready if you had another second and just a little bit more. There's Mike Vecchione sitting on the doorstep on that left side waiting for number 3.
Last time a Bears player had a hat trick in the Calder Cup playoffs, Worcester Sharks, Casey Wellman had 3 goals on May 1st, 2015, and has been a bit. Bears scored 10 goals in a 10-4 win at Giant Center over Worcester. Off the draw, Day will fake the slap, playing the best hockey of his life. Day's in, sails a shot high and wide, up and over the goal to the near wing. Has to take it. It's Day with it. On the left side with some room, he'll shoot Decord. Able to get a piece of it, knock it away. Joey Decord the same on Logan Dane's wrist. Final 2:15 of the period. Vecchione behind the net. He gets tripped up. Suddenly they're letting him play. No, now the arm will come up. Very late reaction. Bears to the power play. Nass gets level. Hershey right wing. Borgstrom down low. Vecchione poked away by Decord. Power play coming up for Hershey with exactly 2 minutes left. Took a second to realize it as we get a little more rust up. Referee Brandon Schrader's got the call.
Took the words out of my mouth, Zach. That was a late reaction. He didn't get a very good view of it, but he saw the result. Vecchione goes down. At this point, there's still no penalty. And then Schultz looks, and you saw the reaction on his face like, oh, no. You got to be kidding me.
So a tripping minor. Hershey the power play. Don't want to call it a kill shot. We've seen Coachella Valley score 4 goals in a period. We've seen them score 3. But a 3-goal cushion would be pretty darn good for the Bears. Make them feel a little better after Coachella Valley came back on a 2-goal lead in Game 3. They played well in this period. Now they go to work on the power play. Already striking once. Their 4th try.
Exactly 2 minutes left in the period. So we're going to take it all the way to intermission with the man advantage unless they put it in the net before then.
Hannes to the middle for Garrett Pilon. Sends it back of the net to Protis. Hannes to the far wing, lost it. Short hand of the Firebirds to center with True. On the left wing, good job by Day to stick that out, knock it to the corner. True does have a short-handed goal in these Calder Cup playoffs. Bears prevented him from getting much at all there. 100 seconds left of the period. It's Day on the tap in near side boards. Protis racing after him. Tallest skater on the ice, Alexei Protis, 6'5". Rolled away for Coachella Valley. True to clear it all the way down as the Firebirds scramble for a line change. Rolling out instructions there. Their assistant coaches, Jessica Campbell and former NHLer Stu Bickle. Tay with it for Hershey. Maneuvers out of his own zone. He wants to boomerang it on back. He'll leave it there for Vecchione with a hot hand tonight. Borgstrom over the blue line, flies it right wing. Snively pulls up, needs some help, spit it out to the middle. With a minute left in the second and the power play, the Bears will try it again from their own side of the ice.
Not going to take any chances there. McMichael just sweeps it back so they can set up. Well, they're having trouble handling the puck on this power play.
Snively along the left wing. Tries the far boards. It's Borgstrom the middle for Snively. With some room. Left side Morelli down low. Tip just wide by Vecchione. Vecchione's got it again. Far side corner boards. 38 in the period and on the power play. Up by 2. Right wing, Snively. Morelli has Decord out of position. He'll shuffle back to his skates. They center Vecchione rolled around. Battle for the puck. The Bears have it again. Borgstrom with a wrist shot. Stopped by Decord and no rebound right into the crested jersey. Somehow he saw it through all the traffic.
Nice job by Decord because Mason Morelli was right there. He knows what he's doing. He causes all kinds of chaos in front. Mason Morelli has done it the entire Calder Cup playoffs. He really had a golden opportunity right there. Morelli over to Vecchione. Just a little bit too much into the skates for him to handle. And the Firebirds did a good job to deflect it away, too. As Coach Nelson knows, gotta love what he's seeing in the second period.
His team up by a pair in front of a sold-out crowd, even bigger than Game 3, 10,687. Cheering the Bears on tonight. Off the draw, the puck gets Vecchione and cleared to center. Day to take a 19 of the period. Time for a rush for Borgstrom. To the middle of the ice, Vecchione had it swatted away. Tennyson able to take him down. And the puck brought for Coachella Valley back to center. 9 to go. Vecchione's got to tag up. It's Borgstrom with it. 5 left near wing. Out of the reach of Vecchione, and that will take us into our second intermission. The Bears strike twice and have a 3-1 lead as the Giants center sold out will roar with approval.
We'll kill off a couple of early penalties in the period and then add a couple of goals to the scoreboard. Mike Vecchione and Ethan Frank. The Bears looking good after 2, Zach.
3-1 Hershey, shots 21-16 in the game, and that favors the Bears. 12-11 Firebirds in the second. Take a breather. Our intermission report upcoming. New Washington Capitals head coach Spencer Carberry, an old friend of ours, will join me up here in the booth. Stay with us then on the other side of the break. 3-1 Hershey here in Game 4. You're tuned into the 2023 Calder Cup.
Basketball has taught me a lot. Teamwork, determination, confidence, how to win and how to lose, how to get up and keep going. Basketball taught me how to be a leader. 80% of women leaders played sports growing up, but girls drop out of sports twice as often as boys. Let's help our girls lean into sports and leadership.
If you need $750 or $1,500, up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
While most drivers spend their lives going from point A to B, in America, we're all about point X. That's why our most versatile BMW X-Range vehicles are proudly manufactured right here in Spartanburg, South Carolina. The BMW X-Range, your next X-Venture, starts here. Hurry in to lease a 2023 BMW X3 X-Drive 30i for $619 per month.
Hi, I'm Katie from Long Roofing. For 4 generations, we've helped families just like yours bring beauty, value, and comfort to their homes. Our professional and customer-focused process will ensure that you protect your home for decades to come. Call now to get no payments and no interest for a full year, plus $1,500 off. Get your free estimate today, and you'll see we do roof replacement the right way, the long way.
Isn't it time you got along?
With the 8th pick, the Washington Wizards select
Hershey Bears hockey, the 2023 Calder Cup Finals. Welcome to our fans tuned in on NHL Network, and a face familiar to Bears fans. It was almost 5 years ago that you were named Hershey Bears head coach, now the head coach of the Washington Capitals. It feels good to say that. Spencer Carberry up here with us live in between periods. Carbs, congratulations on your appointment to head coach of the Capitals. Imagine it's been a whirlwind last couple of weeks for you and your family.
Yeah, it's been so exciting for us as a family, but also a lot going on and a lot of changes in our world, but positive changes.
You look at this Hershey Bears team, you coach a lot of these guys. What's it like? I know your family was still here in Hershey while you're in Toronto the last couple of years. What's it like being back here at Giant Center in the Calder Cup Finals, watching a lot of guys that you know well?
Oh, it's been amazing, not only to be back in the building, but just following along. And I felt, as this run's been going on, I sort of get the fan in me, because a lot of these players that I coached and had great relationships with, and you're pulling for them in all these different series and situations, even when I wasn't the head coach of the Capitals. So now to be able to be here in person and watching this, the Giant Center's rocking. It's what a great atmosphere.
You worked your way up the ladder, and we've done these interviews as the head coach of the South Carolina Stingrays, Hershey Bears, and now the Washington Capitals. Been fun following your ride and riding along your coattails here. You did it as a player as well. For fans that are watching on NHL Network that all they know is the NHL, watching minor league hockey today, just how much work goes into this for a guy like yourself, and how much work goes in on the ice that develops the next wave of guys that you're going to coach?
You're spot on from not only a player perspective, but also a staff perspective. And there's just so much learning and developing, and for our young players and like I said, young staff members as well. There's so many things I took from my experience here for 3 years in the American Hockey League, and no different than a player. And it was such a great experience here, and it's helped not only with the opportunity to get to the NHL level, but built so many great habits and learned so many coaching things, coaching in the American Hockey League.
Quickly, one more for you. We got about 30 seconds. Just what do you know? Obviously very familiar with the Capitals organization, getting to coach Alexander Ovechkin and company. I'm sure you're still learning right now, but a lot of excitement to coach the next wave of this team.
Oh, absolutely. And I'm the group that we'll have, and the guys, what they've accomplished, and
the core of veteran players, and then also the young players coming along from Hershey, and guys that have earned opportunities over the last couple years to be full-time NHL Washington Capital players. I'm excited about the opportunity, the group we have, spoke to all of them. So just looking forward to getting all the preparation over the next couple of months and get ready for training camp.
We've done a lot of these interviews in many different cities and levels over the years, you and I. Fun to do one here with you in the National Hockey League. Carps, congratulations, all the best. Your wife, Casey, your son, Hudson, your daughter, Vivian. Real excited for your entire family.
Can't thank you enough, Zach. Thank you.
Spencer Carberry, new head coach of the Washington Capitals, joining us here in Hershey, his old stomping grounds. His Bears lead 3-1 over the Coachella Valley Firebirds. More to come in our second intermission report. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
Capital One Arena is the destination for all the best concerts and shows to hit the DMV. From heart-pounding music to show-stopping performances, Capital One Arena has it all. Check out some of the shows coming soon to Capital One Arena. Davido, Alicia Keys, Erykah Badu, Drake. Visit CapitalOneArena.com for more information.
Turn down the outside noise with Sound Shield. This is more than a window. It's peace and quiet. Hear the difference with Thompson Creek's exclusive Sound Shield windows, filtering out 35% more noise than our standard double-pane windows. And call right now to save 40%. Buy one, get one 40% off all Sound Shield windows. Hear the difference with Sound Shield. Call 855-57-CREEK.
When I coach kids sports, I teach my players about teamwork, winning, and always giving 100%. At Chase and Boscolo, we've been using those same principles since 1986 to help injured people rebuild their lives. We answer your questions, treat you like family, and fight for your best interests. We're lawyers that care. If you've been injured, call Chase and Boscolo, 1-800-728-5898.
Hi, surfer dude, what's up? I see you looking at me. Take those earbuds out of your ears and come talk to me. I'm the Big C.
What is the Big C?
I'm here to tell you about skin cancer.
Hello?
Did you know your risk for melanoma doubles if you had more than 5 sunburns?
No.
No. Listen, mirrors don't lie. And more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour.
Oh, man. That's terrible.
If we see something new, changing, or unusual, that could be skin cancer.
Is there skin cancer on me right now?
I'm not a dermatologist, but you know who is?
Yeah.
Your dermatologist. Come closer. That tiny spot on your nose could be the end of you. You guys checking yourselves out in the mirror right now? That could be skin cancer. The good news is, if you catch it early enough, you can be A-OK. You gotta get checked, girl.
Do I?
Yes! Everybody has to get checked. See the Big C today.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey here on Fox 43. 40 minutes in the books. Hershey Bears on top, 3-1. And Jim, they do that when they spend a lot of time, or a significant amount of time, on the PK in the second.
Yeah, special team so big in the second period. They got to kill off a Sutter cross-checking to start the second period. Vecchione comes back with a huge goal for him. 2 in the game. He's got a 3-point night going. Couple of big penalty kills. Beck Mallenstein with some great minutes so far tonight.
Absolutely. Special teams, the key so far. 5-on-5 hockey. The Bears seem to be the better team tonight.
Oh, I think that was their best period so far. Ethan Frank on the board. He had a goal the other night. Another goal again tonight in the second period for the Bears to take the 3-1 lead. Going into the third period, you and I just talked about it. You got to play 60 minutes of hockey. We had a little bit of trouble early in the season. This is the time where Coach Nelson will probably come into the locker room and just remind the guys, 60 minutes. Don't let Coachella back in. They are now desperate. They don't want to come back in here into the Giants Center on Saturday night, tied at 2. We got to put the hammer down and close the door.
Mike Vecchione on the board with 2. Ethan Frank, his second in 2 games. We're around these guys all the time. They talked about being confident, but you kind of saw in practice, hey, maybe we're not as confident as what we're saying. It seems like their confidence is really high right now.
I think the other night brought back a lot of confidence. The overtime win with Riley Sutter's backhanded goal. They came in tonight. They did what they needed to do, get on the board early, push the offense. They played great in the transition zone, but in the third period, you got to play good in all three zones. You got to play good defensively, offensively, and you got to clog the middle. Do not let Coachella get any speed. Again, take away time and space.
20 minutes to close this one out and even up the series heading to Game 5. They need a lot of play, like you mentioned, kind of Beck Malenstein on that PK just being gritty.
Yeah, his stick was broken, but he did a great job using the body as he always does. And let's talk about Hunter Shepard. Some big saves there. He's played some great minutes for this Hershey team. So 20 minutes of hockey, it's time to close it out.
Shep Daddy seems to be in the flow here tonight. The Hershey Bears on top of the Firebirds, 3-1 heading to the third period here in Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. Stay with us on Fox 43.
At AMCO, we've been fixing cars for almost 60 years. And over that time, a lot sure has changed. Cars have gotten more complex than ever. But the technicians at AMCO have the expertise to fix anything.
The problem's with your transmission valve body and torque converter. We do this all the time.
So if your check engine light is on, let us take a look. Because we know cars inside and out. AA MCO.
This may look like an action-adventure movie, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Things are heating up. Good thing this Rogue has the most standard safety features in its class. Our competitors can't say that.
Now get a low $2.99 per month lease on Rogue.
Hurry. These epic offers won't last forever.
If you need $750 or $1,500, up to $3,000, just go to
WeFixMoney.com
and get the money you need as soon as tomorrow. WeFixMoney.com is free to use and available 24/7, and you don't need perfect credit. Go to WeFixMoney.com right now, and we'll guarantee that in 2 minutes, you'll find out if you're approved for a loan of up to $3,000. Money you could get by tomorrow. Go to WeFixMoney.com.
Hi, I'm Katie from Long Roofing. For 4 generations, we've helped families just like yours bring beauty, value, and comfort to their homes. Our professional and customer-focused process will ensure that you protect your home for decades to come. Call now to get no payments and no interest for a full year, plus $1,500 off. Get your free estimate today, and you'll see we do roof replacement the right way, the long way.
Wizards District Gaming season is heating up, and the 2-time NBA 2K League champions have a new home here in Washington, D.C. at District E. WizDG's next home game features a rivalry matchup against Celtics Crossover Gaming, where the trash talk will be loud and play will be as intense as ever. Catch the best NBA 2K players in the world in action on June 24th at 4 p.m. at District E. Scan the QR code for your tickets.
Cup Finals at 2 games apiece. We take a look at our highlights here from period number 2 as the power play that would get things started, Todd, for Coachella Valley. 3 opportunities in the second period of play, but Hunter Shepard was there to keep the Firebirds at bay, and then Hershey will get their scoring started. Not before the Bears netminder did everything they needed him to do.
You could see those shots coming in on Hunter Shepard. He had a good, clear vision, not a lot of traffic in front. And here's Mike Vecchione's second goal, and just a perfect position to receive that pass from Logan Day. Down to the one knee, the one-timer hits, and he's 1 goal away from a hat trick. And then we would continue to see pressure on Hunter Shepard as he's up to the task in front. Good positioning, sliding over, quick feet. And then Ethan Frank, talk about quick. Look at that wrister, as you call it, the twisted wrister. And Ethan Frank scored the other night, and that's lifted the lid off of the net for him scoring-wise, as you would say in basketball. And here in hockey, all of a sudden, he's seeing open net and not the goalie.
Took the hit to make the play on that one. Mike Vecchione nearly had a hat trick. The Bears finished the period with a power play. Could not strike, but that's where we sit in the scoring summary in the second. Vecchione from Day and Borgstrom, Frank from Vecchione. So a 3-point game for Mike Vecchione here this evening. So now Bears will look to close it out in the third period of play. Todd, we saw Coachella come back, lock it down.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we have seen from the Bears many times. 2-goal leads heading into the third period or down the stretch. But what we saw was a comeback from the Firebirds. So we'll see what strategy Hershey deploys to try and finish this game out.
Period 3 around the corner. You're tuned in to Hershey Bears hockey in the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
With captivating nature and the thrill of wide-open adventure, West Virginia is everything you need for a truly unique escape.
An easy way to lower your risk of heart disease is to eat smart and to move more. Brought to you by Sheehy Auto Stores during our Sheehy Has Heart sales event to benefit the American Heart Association and to make living a heart-healthy life easier.
Drizzly makes it easy to shop a huge selection of beer, wine, and liquor from wherever I am. I just open the app, find what I want, and it's at my door in under 60 minutes.
Drizzly.
Ding dong, Drizzly.
Our excellence is shining, yet so many of us are dying. Colon cancer is silently killing our people, our friends, and family. So screen we must. We do this for all of us, from every corner, doorstep, and pulpit, period. The health revolution must begin. From diagnosis to death rates, colon cancer can no longer win. Ravaging Black communities, colon screenings are a must. They're recommended for those 45 and up to pinpoint and treat the signs. If detected early, colon cancer is treatable, 91% beatable. It's on us to understand symptoms and lower the risk. Join our team and get screened. It's time to take our bodies back. It's time to get healthy. It's time to stand up to cancer once and for all.
Basketball season isn't over as the WNBA season is ramping up. The Mystics are loaded for another year and ready to make a statement. Make sure to catch all of the Mystics action here on NBC Sports Washington.
When we say we're your home of the Capitals, we mean the home of...
Back for Ovechkin! He scores!
Legends Joe and Craig, calling the action together, and Alexa and Alan with you before and after the game. NBC Sports Washington.
The third period of Hershey Bears hockey on Fox 43 is presented by Pocono Mountain Visitors Bureau. Third period, they're ready to rock here in the sweetest place on earth, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Home of all the chocolate you can eat. Home of Hershey Park. Home of the famous Hotel Hershey, the Hershey Lodge. All sorts of great attractions and events. And Hershey Bears hockey has been a staple in this community since the 1930s. They're going for their 12th Calder Cup. Nobody's won more.
Team with the most history against the team with the least amount of history, trying to write it here this year with the Coachella Valley Firebirds, Zach.
Puck deflected up and out of play. The Firebirds have done a pretty good job writing their first chapter, but Bears do not want to give them that storybook ending. We saw the Vegas Golden Knights in the NHL as an expansion franchise take on, guess who, the Washington Capitals in 2018. Capitals won that series in 5. This one will take more than that, but the Bears, of course, would like to win over an expansion team in Coachella Valley. They did it in 2010. They went down 0-2 in that series as well. Both games were at home. Frank Crunch on the boards, lost his helmet. He'll head off.
I saw some Seattle Kraken jerseys before the game.
Steal by Pilon, shoots off the left pad of the goaltender to Korn. 3 times with the 21 shots into the third period of play. Now the 22nd is able to kick out. Pilon to center, knocked down, he'll draw a minor. First penalty in a while. And neutral ice, a stick infraction. Seen a couple recently called on offensive zone chances that had to be called, but the arm is up from referee Morgan McPhee. Extra attacker on for the Bears. As Sniper cuts on in. Right wing to Pilon. Back of the goal. Annis trying to track it down. Cartier can't get it. Annis to the blue line. Now it's Ioria. D to D across for Joe Hansen. Right side, Garrett Pilon threw it in front, no one home. Ricochets off the kick play to the far boards, where Iorio has to fall back to center. The referee McPhee's arm up in the air, getting a workout here.
Yeah, no hurry, just keep ticking off those seconds for the Bears.
McMichael on the near wing to Pilon. Puck deflected up and out of play into the Coachella Valley bench with 18:26 to go in the third. Another power play for the Chocolate and White. The Bears go to their 5th advantage this evening.
Both teams are going to have to make the proper adjustments here down the stretch as we see the infraction right there as Pilon spins off. Immediately, the Firebirds feel like there wasn't much there, that he's going away for 2 minutes as the Bears take the man advantage in every minute, every penalty the Firebirds give up. A man on the ice is just helping the cause for Hershey.
The Bears are 7-0 in the playoffs with a lead after 40, but it took overtime yesterday. Coachella Valley scored 2 goals in the closing minutes of the game to force OT. Bears don't want to let him back in this one. Frank left side gets the puck to Logan Day. Near wing, and Sam Annis with it. He'll shoot, hit a stick. Schultz got in the way to redirect the puck to the far corner. They're scoring on their first power play as Annis misses it all the way down. Vecchione had the power play goal back at 4:27 of the first period. Out on the ice now for the Bears, the personnel, defenseman Logan Day. With Sam Annis, Ethan Frank, Alexei Protas, and Garrett Pilon. And his far wing, that pass too far for the reach of Protas. DeCord will come out to play it and shoots it up the middle himself all the way down the ice. He gets a lot of loft on that to clear back to his counterpart, Shepard.
He's quick with the stick work. I would imagine he's probably got an assist, maybe a goal in his career. He's pretty nifty with the stick.
An assist, I believe it was in game 2 against Hershey. In addition to the shutout. Vecchione along the left wing, back behind the net. He'll collect it. Puck popped away from him up the middle. Rafferty able to sail it the length of the pond.
Yeah, the Bears had a power play the final 2 minutes of the second period. Early here in the third, haven't done much with either one.
McMichael to drop on back to Snively approaching center. Over the blue line offensively into Coachella ice. Beneath the goal line, Borgstrom harassed and tied up. True a chance to clear it and hit the stick of Snively. Well, the puck rolls out to center. 35 seconds left of the Ty Cartier penalty. He's off for tripping. Over the blue line, Morelli is stepped down the left wing. Chug it on in and shoots to Core. Now aggressively to challenge off the right shoulder and cleared all the way down the ice by the Firebirds after Morelli denied of the Bears' 23rd shot.
Morelli really accelerated to the net there. He saw some open ice, took a chance.
Morelli with 5 goals in the playoffs. The Bears turn it over at center, overskated by LaPierre. And Max McCormick in offensively. The captain lost control of it. Iorio and him there grappling for possession. Iorio with it, but the power play has expired. The Bears are 1 for 5 tonight, and it remains a 3-1 lead for Hershey. They can't extend it after consecutive power plays to bookend the end of period 2 and the start of period 3. Puck launched in towards the Bears net. They wound up hitting the linesman, and here comes Hershey ahead. Odd man rush. Ballenstein will take it himself wide of the goal and flung it to nobody. It rolled off the tape of his stick. Don't think he realized he had men joining him behind. Now it's Evans the other way. Odd man rush here. His shot deflected by Gabriel Carlson. Got a stick on it to propel it up and over the net. Work for the Bears blue liner. Evans with it again. Tries to step aside. Sutter stays with him stride for stride. The defensive minded forward, the hero in game 3 with the overtime winner. 3-1 Hershey for the Firebirds offensively. Trying to fire back. To the blue line, a drive from Rafferty. Blocked. Second attempt tipped in front of Shepard. The Bears do a good job blocking at the net front, packing it in. As Sutter will clear to center. Carlson hit in the head by Evans. Awkwardly down on the ice in front of the bench. See him grimacing.
Ballenstein took a shot earlier too.
Vecchione ahead to Frank. He'll shift it in. Keep an eye on Gabriel Carlson. I think that would surprise him. He's off balance. He's a big man, but going down. Now taking it right to the chops. 6'5" blue liner. Cleared in. Ness will defend for Hershey. Good job there for Mr. Hockey in his younger days in Minnesota and the elder statesman on the back end. Fans are oohing and on as Mike Vecchione walks in, fights through the check of Schultz, dumps it behind the net with 5:05 gone in the third period. The Bears 3-1 leaders right now, trying to even this series at 2 games apiece. Home team has won them all so far. Save at center ice on the slapper. Shepard able to knock it out. And back behind the goal, it's Day with it. Game 5 is Saturday at Giant Center. If the series shifts back to Palm Desert, The series would quickly continue next Monday and Wednesday with 6 and 7. We would have a winner of the Calder Cup then. Iorio in his own zone. Center ice, Garrett Pilon with it. Skates in left wing. To Snively, back to Pilon. Backhander turned out by Ducour. Down to the ice. No kick at his sign as the Firebirds to center. Kerensky, what a check. Dylan McElrath stepped up and launched himself right into him.
Lined up the hip check just in time. We've seen Dylan McElrath do that this year. Most of the time he connects. And he does there.
Call him the Undertaker in his younger days in the Rangers organization. Former 10th overall pick in the 2010 draft of New York. Snively on the steal. Behind the net. The Bears look to roll it out of their own zone. 13:40 to go. Third period. 3-1 Hershey in front. Sam Annis with it at center will tap it in. Taken back by Riker Evans, who scoots ahead to center. He can really skate. Dashing in down the left wing. Curls on back to the blue line. McCormick. Check the sights. High and wide. Way over the goal. Firebirds with possession again. Blue line, Rafferty's drive tipped in front of Shepard, and there is Lucas Johansson. And the Bears are doing a real good job of the net front, preventing the Firebirds from second chances.
Froden was in position in front. They worked him out of there immediately.
Sutter with a good hit. The puck is back behind the goal. The Firebirds wrap it in front. Froden shoots, scores, falling over. What a goal for Jesper Froden. It's 3-2 with 12:59 to play. Froden escapes. He's got his 5th of the playoffs. And it's a 1-goal game.
When you're up by 2, playing good team defense, it's going to take spectacular individual efforts at times to come back into the game. Froden created some traffic in front before, and then look at this. He sees the man come around the backside. Sam Annis on the chase. Lucas Johansson ties him up for a brief moment, but Froden still strong enough and gets just enough to get it over top Hunter Shepard, who was laid out trying to get the puck as he came around.
See here, Annis chased him behind the net, and Froden had nobody to contend with. Iorio was far out in the dot. A missed assignment by somebody in chocolate and white after doing so much well to keep it away from the net front. Froden walks in, cuts it around Shepard, and nearly on the ice. Johansson would have taken a penalty to prevent the goal. Instead, it's 3-2, and the Firebirds again have all the momentum. It's Lind in, shooting, stick save Shepard, and the Bears can't be bewildered. They got to get right back to their game plan here. Suddenly, it gets a bit hairy here at Giant Center. Morelli able to take the puck away. For the blue line, Whitko looking to keep it in. Out to center it goes, Malenstein. Will knock it forward. Schultz took it. Malenstein got a tag up. He will. Morelli down the right flank. Shot deflected off Schultz, line of the goal. Whitko up the boards, turned it over. Held in momentarily. Boards from left wing. Vecchione gets around Whitko. Powers it behind the net. He and Whitko collide. Vecchione stays on his skates for a moment. Now falls down. But a whistle and a hand pass called on the Bears. 11:59 to go in the third. Froden with the tally. It's 3-2. Coachella Valley gets one. Take a breather and be back. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
Fully loaded, fully electric. The Audi Q4 e-tron.
At Domino's, we are obsessed with delivery, and we hate seeing other guys deliver soggy fries. So we took crispy, golden tots.
And we loaded them with pizza toppings. Domino's new loaded tots are made to be delivered.
Pizza and tots. What else could be better than that?
We introduce you to the atmosphere that is Capital One for the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I really like to get to know the players and just meeting some of the other season ticket holders.
Pretty special to have such a great support from the fans, and that's really what it's all about.
Everyone's a winner at MGM National Harbor with our 3-team parlay of food, drinks, and sports. Find out more about our immersive sports experience at mgmnationalharbor.com. It's guaranteed to be monumental.
Fully loaded, fully electric. The Audi Q4 e-tron.
Hey, I'm Matt Adams, host of the Fairways of Life show, and you can catch us every week right here on NBC Sports Washington. If it happens in the game of golf, we'll take you inside the ropes.
Welcome back to Hershey Bears hockey in the 2023 Calder Cup Finals. Casper Froden caught the Bears, unfortunately, asleep at the wheel in defensive zone. Made it 3-2, but here comes the Bears over the blue line out of mid-rush to Iorio. Broken up, not wide of him. Vecchione launches one wide to Frank on the far side boards to recollect. Snaps a shot to Cord to save off the left pad. Springboards out for a rebound. The Firebirds are there to take it. They came back from a 3-1 deficit, and it became a 4-2 deficit. They tied it 4-4 in game 3. Hopefully not a sign of what's to come tonight as the Bears shoot the puck in down the ice for icing, and a face-off coming up in their defensive zone. Let's head downstairs to our own Andrew Colesta. First time checking in with the third. He's ice side.
Well, Fish, as Coach Todd Nelson says, us sports guys, we love our stats, and as this game gets a little bit closer, let's throw it back to a time where it was less stressful, the 2006 Calder Cup Finals. Of course, Hershey's 5 goals in last night's game. That ties a record here in the finals of 2006 versus Milwaukee. 6-4 win on June 13th of 2006. Tonight's the 17th anniversary of the championship, a 5-1 win versus Milwaukee. The Bears are 3-0, by the way, on home ice in the playoffs on Thursdays, guys.
Thank you very much, Andrew. Good memories. And that win over the Admirals. Pecorine was in goal. He's now retired. On to have a sensational career with Nashville. 11 minutes left in this one. The Bears will need their backstop, Hunter Shepard, to come up big. Up by 1. Shots 25-19 in favor of the Bears. They lead 3-2, trying to even this series, but under pressure from the visitors here. Bears have been the better of the two teams tonight, but Coachella Valley, they are offensive. Can quick strike at any time. True to the point. Staying with them, the shot towards Shepard. Launched to the goal, knocked down in front. And it's Ness with it again, up the near wing, looking to clear it. Mallenstein will get it out, not enough on it. For icing is all the way down to goal.
Borgstrom, great job tying up Froden in front. And we've mentioned several times, Zach, in a normal situation, most opponents, 3 goals would be enough. Not against the Firebirds.
Snively tied up. There'll be a penalty. He got grabbed by Evans. Great work there. Hershey about to enter the man advantage once more. And an obvious one. And now a chance to go up by 2 again with 10 away left. Holding call made by Morgan McPhee. Take a look at that one. An easy one for McPhee as Snively was able to wiggle away from Evans enough to draw the minor.
Snively is sneaky fast, and if you're not on him, he's going to get past you. And in that situation, he draws the penalty for the Bears, and it's a big one. Try to get the team some momentum back. And potentially that 4th goal. There you see him just sneak past Evans, who wasn't quite ready for him. That acceleration to the outside ties him up. He's going to the box.
Well, the Bears have done a better job of the two teams adjusting to the penalties, at least of late. It's kind of gone back and forth. Evans to sit, 6th try of the man advantage. And a face-off to the right of DeCord. And Mike Vecchione complete the hat trick. He's been all over it tonight. Trying to go back up by 2. Borgstrom's wrist shot, DeCord to see. The rebound bounces out. Tap into center, short-handed, got around Snively. McMichael trying to get back. Vecchione, what a play. Here come the Bears. Great back check by Vecchione. 3 points already, and that's sensational defense. Short-handed chance thwarted. Snively will set it up. Wants to put it in motion. Show Snively on the near wing. And a goal in game 3 on Tuesday. So McMichael back to Snively. Off the right half boards to the goal line, Morelli. DeCord down. Puck comes free the right point. Snively missed it. McMichael to handle. Back to Snively, who gives it to Connor McMichael. His shot wide of the goal. To the far wing, it's Borgstrom with it. As he pitches it to the blue line. Snively again. Goal line Morelli. He'll walk it out in front. Poke check to the last moment. Good stick Tennyson. Knocked down by Snively out of midair. The Firebirds shorthanded have it. Trying to get back Morelli. He's tired along. Slap shot deflected out of play. The Bears are fine with it. With 9:06 left in the third and 58 on the power play, they'll take a breather and fresh personnel.
Snively didn't realize that he knocked that puck down as they tried to clear it. Good pressure on the net. You just get that feeling It's one of those nights for Vex where he's in the right spot at the right time, and the puck's going to find him. And if that happens, he's going to finish one off and get his hat trick. But it's just one of those nights where things seem to be going a certain player's way. And for tonight, that's number 19.
Second power play unit will get a try at it. The center ice, it's Day. Dropping to Sam Annis. Puts it in place to the near wing to Pilon. Establishes a dump in behind the net. Olsen first on it. Bears swarm him like bumblebees. And beneath the goal line, it's Frank. Inked in with a goal this game. Top side today. Plays to Pilon. Men around him. Far side one-timer. Annis sliding across to Cord. Cut to his right. Made the save. Held in by Day. 25 on the power play. Day trying to thread the needle. Block rolls back to Cord. Pokes it away. Out of the reach of Protas and smashed to the blue line to center. 15 on the man advantage. Day on the dump in. To Cord to stop it. Wants to play it to the far wing. And the Firebirds will kill it. They hold Hershey off the board on a couple critical power plays. It remains a 1-goal deficit for Coachella Valley, the slimmest of margins. 3-2 lead for the Bears with 8:05 left.
Quality chance there. to Cord saw it the whole way.
Sutter to Hendricks Lapierre. Valenstein rotates on back to Iorio at the point. Couldn't get it through. Second attempt. Trying to find a lane. Johansson flunders to the net. A whistle is to Cord. Will glove it. 7:49 to go in the third. Power plays come up empty. It's a 1-goal contest. We're in for a doozy. Game 4. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
Driven to go the extra mile. With style that's hard to ignore. The new Highlander goes above and beyond, putting you and your crew in position to upgrade your adventure. Now get 3.49% APR on a new Highlander. Drive with purpose. Arrive in style. Toyota, let's go places.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep? Or a flood? Or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza.
Yes! Make a plan today.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox. Did you know 1 in 6 African-American men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer? Compared to others, African-American men are 76% more likely to get diagnosed and over twice as likely to die from it. I'm joining with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to get the word out. Know your risks, know the numbers. Learn more at pcf.org.
Wizards coverage starts here. Chris and Drew take you inside the game, while the crew and I give you exclusive access to the team. NBC Sports Washington is your home of the Wizards.
Rally towels waving. The fans at Giant Center, all 10,600 of them, making noise tonight. Their Bears lead 3-2 in Game 4 of the Calder Cup Finals. It's a 1-goal game. The Bears played in a lot of them in the regular season. They're 3-1 in them in the playoffs. Cartier around Day. To center ice, a stutter step move, but Ness is there to prevent that attack. Shot high and wide to the glove of Shepard and cleared back to center inadvertently by the Firebirds. They kept Hershey at bay on the power play since their first change. Why they have a fighting shot still in this one. Hayden with the shot, right past save Shepard. Able to kick the rebound out past the first wave of players coming to the net for Coachella Valley.
Quality shot there from Hayden. Looked like he was trying to dish it off, and then he decided just to try and hammer it right past Hunter Shepard.
Firebirds had one in overtime where they shot it from a sharp angle. Shepard left a juicy rebound in front. This was in Game 3. Well, it was fanned upon. Otherwise, this series potentially could have been over tonight. Puck cleared all the way down. Frank racing after it, trying to get there first. He'll negate icing. Henderson lines him up. Frank took the hit to make the play. Keeps the clock rolling. Corks him in front off the body of Vecchione. He was open. Now Coachella Valley. 3-on-3 to center. Hughes, who had 2 goals in Game 3. Played to the middle. Out of the reach of Borgstrom. Hughes has 3 goals in his last 2 games after 22 without a goal, dating back to the regular season. Hershey will blast it off the glass all the way down the ice. And icing called with 6:32 left.
That's the kind of hustle you're looking for. Every ounce of energy you have, every effort you can give on every shift. And Ethan Frank wins the race in a previous race down the ice to avoid icing. This time, Lucas Johansson a little bit too much as it caroms off the glass and goes down. So they gotta draw on their own zone.
Draws are critical this time of game. The intangibles. Face off to the Firebirds. Good shot block, Mike Vecchione. He has just done everything well tonight. Johansson behind the net. A little hunt the puck to the far wing. Turinsky cycles on down behind the goal. Pagansky trying to knock it away as Iorio. He will. Joins the rush. He's got the puck. Vecchione changing. Iorio up the middle. Smoked by Olesen with an open ice hit. Clean and legal. Good hard hockey there.
That'll stop your momentum quickly, but you can see Vinny Iorio's got some good stick handling skills.
Cut across the middle. Olesen had none of it. Firebirds look to break out of their own zone. Penalty call on Garrett Pilon. His stick stuck in the feet of Evans. And with 5:45 to go, you hope history not repeating itself here at Giant Center. Power play for the Firebirds when we return. Down by 1. Nails are going to be bitten here in Chocolate Town. Take a breather and be back. You're tuned in to the 2023 Calder Cup Finals.
NBC Sports Washington is your home in the District of Champions.
Listen up. There's something we need to address in youth basketball. Young girls don't have nearly as many role models in leadership as young boys do. This is a big factor in the uneven dropout rates of girls in sports and adds to the overall gender gap. We need more women to get involved as coaches and mentors. The more you get involved, the more I stay involved. So come be a part of the solution. Register now at juniornba.com/hertimeplay.
Let's ride together.
So I can bring any car to Oarsman Chantilly Kia and they'll buy it?
That's what they just said on TV.
Doesn't matter what year, make, or model.
No.
And I can get Kelley Blue Book for it?
More, 125%.
And if I buy a new car, I'll get their buyer's edge with $1,500 in bonus extras?
Yes.
I find that very hard to believe.
And don't forget at Oarsman, we'll buy any car. Oarsman Chantilly Kia. Let's ride together.
The NBA 2K League is here, and you can catch the best NBA 2K players in the world live and in person at District E. Watch as the top 16 teams in the NBA 2K League face off in the tip-off tournament, the first of 3 5-on-5 tournaments in the NBA 2K League's Banner Chain Series, where the winners will walk away with $250,000 in prize money. Catch the esports action in person at District E, June 14th through the 17th.
Play for the Firebirds, down by a goal. Their 4th try tonight. They're 0 for 3. Bouquet Mulligan-Mayo penalty kill, tested for Hershey. Sutter shorthanded. Malenstein a break ahead. In on Decord. Bouncing puck. Sits in the blue paint. And swatted away by Coachella Valley. Bears looking for their first shorty of the playoffs. The roof may have exploded off this place had it gone. Instead, the Firebirds new life.
The place was ready. They were ready.
Franker Evans along the left side, half point. 30 seconds off the clock with the man advantage. 5:10 left in game 4. 3-2 Hershey. On the blue line, Evans. Good stick, Riley Sutter. Bounces it to center. He's still after it. Killing the clock a little bit. Sending it down the ice.
Zach, this is what we saw in the American series. Is Riley Sutter, Beck Malenstein on the penalty kill, and then Mason Morelli, his wrecking ball line, whoever's there with him, started to take over when they were on the ice in the middle of the series.
True gets around. Johansson skates in over the net. Johansson thought it went out of play. The Bears will clear it. Back to Decord.
Shot it right over Hunter Shepard's head as he ducked from it.
True's dangerous. Missed everything there. The Bears breathe a sigh of relief. McMichael defending Hughes. Tied in game 3. Schultz at the point. Round behind the net. Iorio first on it. Quickly up the boards. Rafferty can't get it. Down the ice it goes. Penalty kill has been great tonight for Hershey. 25 seconds left in the bouquet. Mulligan to Mayo, penalty kill for the Bears. 4:04 in the game. Hughes to center. Stick check miss there. Sutter gets a piece of him. Play to the blue line. Rafferty with it. 10 on the power play. Elon in the box for Trippin. Behind the net, Dylan McElrath trying to defend here. Comes loose to Carlson for Hershey. Penalty about to expire. Sutter trying to get it out. One stab out at second one. Back to Gabriel Carlson. The Bears have killed it off. 3:40 left. They're up by one, still in 4 for 4 on the count. Special teams makes a difference. A one-goal game. The Bears with one power play goal. Oh, they nearly had too many men there. The puck bounces to center to Hayden. Brodus took it away from him. Bears trying to tie this series off the skate of Ness. Hayden there, but McMichael gloves it. Knocked away by the stick of Wright. Brodus can't get it. Held in by Evans. Tense times in Giant Center. Turinsky will take it. Hayden actually disrupted it, trying to play it. And it's clear between the defenders and down the ice.
Got to be careful with your sticks, not to trip anybody.
Evans along the far wing. Brodus is there to defend behind the net. Turinsky, good stick. Johansson pokes it away from him. Vecchiotti in perfect position, knocks it down to right. Stabbed out of the net, knocked down. Hershey to center. It's Vecchiotti with it. Over the blue line, will shoot it in. Wide to DeCord. DeCord to play it and knocked away along the far wing. 3-2 Bears. They're in front here. There's the chocolate and white. Defending the rush offensively. Oakcat knocked away once again by the Bears and out to neutral. Cleared in behind the goal. Shepard will get a piece of it along the boards to the point. DeCord looking the bench far side. One-timer blocked. Aurelia pops in front. Loose along the near wing. Bornstrom to center. Looking to clear it. Couldn't get it out. Second attempt to center. DeCord retreats to the net. Cleared all the way down as Sutter after him. Far wing, 2 minutes to play here in game number 4 at Giant Center. Fans appreciate the effort from their club. DeCord trapped in the net. Elon a good hit. Listen to this crowd here at Hershey. Ness at his own blue line. Tries to chip it ahead and got blocked. He'll take it back. Cleared by Malenstein. DeCord still in the net. 90 seconds to go. Long stretch pass Lynn to the Bears blue line. Pulls up. Board to board feed. McCormick darts in. DeCord the hash marks. Stolen away. Iorio off the boards will clear it. And DeCord will retreat once again.
He is trapped in that net. Zach has been in there at least 60, 90 seconds trying to get out of there.
Heading up now. Puck worked into Schultz over the blue line. 6-on-5 empty net. Johansson on the far wing, run into, dug out by McCormick. Coachella Valley possession, a minute left. 3-2 Bears. Schultz with it, center point. Rister blocked by Brodus and cleared to center. Brodus after it. Well, the Firebirds take it away. Worked in along the left wing. Evans diving play. Hershey can't find it. Numbers in front for the Firebirds. What a play! Johansson, a sliding block. Lucas Johansson, what a play! Along the near wing. At the point, Evans shot, Shepard in front, it's loose underneath the body of Johansson, and the whistle will go with 31 seconds left. What an effort from the chocolate and white, and what an effort from Lucas Johansson.
As you see him skate off gingerly once again, can't imagine how many bruises Lucas Johansson is gonna have. He's had a tremendous night on the defensive end. Look at him just reach out. A 2, almost a 3-on-1 right there. 3 Firebirds there. Lucas Johansson reads it perfectly, tips it away, and potentially saves the game-tying goal.
Coachella Valley had numbers. Lucas Johansson has been a warrior tonight. He'll take a seat as Coachella Valley calls a timeout. Assistant coach Jessica Campbell has him surrounded. Hunter Shepard at the bench, getting a breather.
His teammates recognize the effort from Lucas Johansson. And what a big part of that final couple minutes there was keeping possession, keeping Joey DeCord in the net, not allowing him to get to the bench, the hustle. And you heard the fans, you called it, Zach, with 2 minutes left. They just went next level. And that kind of energy is needed for the players. They know what happened in game 3. And the longer you can keep this game even strength, the more it helps. 31.7 left to go. Take us home with it, and let's hope the Bears can lock it down.
Everyone in the Giants Center standing, 10,687 of them. Nobody's left. The draw to the right of Shepard. Empty net, Coachella Valley. Shots 28-21 Bears. Riley Sutter. Who else on the draw against Andrew Podorowski? Sutter hunkers down. It pinballs around, bounces on back. Schultz with it. The Firebirds got a shot here. To the left wing, Podorowski fakes the slapper. Goal line feed. Knocked down in front was McElrath, trying to defend, down to a knee. Podorowski missed it on the boards. Diving play, cleared by Hershey. What an effort by Morelli. They're on their feet at Giant Center. 10 seconds left. Stick down at center, dumped in. Carlson defending, left wing. To the line, McCormick. 5 to go. Left side, Podorowski, blocked by McElrath. Centered in front, saved by Shepard. And the Bears win! The Bears win! A 3-2 final. Hershey takes game number 4. A sensational defensive effort. This series is tied at 2, and we're headed back to California. Game 6 will be necessary.
This is the script for the Hershey Bears in the 2022-23 season. Score in the first period, stay in front, use Hunter Shepard. All-out effort from everybody on the team. Tremendous commitment down the stretch defensively. And the Bears have turned this series around and have evened up the Calder Cup Finals.
The best save for last maybe from Hunter Shepard. Not sure what it hit on the way, but a whale of an effort defensively from the Bears in the closing moments. And on top of that, Mike Vecchione had himself a night, Ethan Frank with another, and the Bears have evened the Calder Cup Finals at 2 games apiece.
Look, you're living dangerously with only 3 goals against this team, the Firebirds, but take in the crowd, the effort, the energy, everything that goes with it. That gives you the extra little boost. It certainly is nice to see Ethan Frank back as an offensive goal scorer. Hershey Bears have done what they've done all year long, and now we got ourselves a best of 3 to finish out to see who wins the Calder Cup.
The best of 7 is now down to a best of 3 with Game 5 Saturday here at Giant Center. Game 6 back in Coachella Valley next week. Game 7, if need be, to close it out. We know this series is going at least 6 games. And I'll tell you, the fans in Coachella Valley, and I don't blame them, they outscored the Bears 9-0. They thought their team might not come back home. But this series is not going to end in Hershey. It's been since the 60s since an opponent has won on ice of the Bears, either at Giant Center or Hershey Park Arena. It's not going to happen this year again. This series will go back to California.
Atmosphere was great for Game 3. Same tonight, maybe even a little bit more. Can you imagine what Saturday night is going to be like here in Giant Center in Chocolatetown with an opportunity to win 3 straight in front of the home crowd and take the lead headed over to California?
We'll have our 3 stars of the game presented by Bud Light. And no doubt tonight who the #1 star is going to be, Mike Vecchione. We're going to hear from one of the stars, likely Ethan Frank, with our own Andrew